Okay. And we are live. Why as I put candy in my mouth? Someone else talk for a minute.
Hey everybody, welcome to Gats Night, Season 7. I don't know what session this is, but
9.
maybe it's 9. That's okay.
Yep, Bane of the Ancients DnD Season 7, Session 9. That's where we are at, aka Gats Night.
I didn't want to say it.
Welcome.
Session 9, also an underrated horror movie.
Yeah. Go check that out and then come back.
Chuck
Even though it's live.
We'll be waiting.
We'll wait here for 2 hours while you watch it. Anyways, I'm Guts. I'm the GM for Bane of the Ancients D&D, and thank you anyone for turning in. Who am I playing with this evening?
Hello everyone, I go by Aludriea Luna. The stream is good. I will be playing Rune, the dwarf barbarian, true to their heart and stomach, should fate allow it.
I'm Shuck. I play Belanos, the Astral Elf Cleric.
I am J. Crew. I'm going to be playing your half-drow warlock Get.
Hey folks, it's Two Hands. It's Jaska. He's the snake. He's tired. He's ready for a nap. And he's, as usual, mortally wounded. Thanks for joining.
Indeed. All right. All I gotta do is remember when we started last session. I think we started last session with you guys just setting up for the boar coming. Yeah, that's all you guys are doing.
Doing a little carvy.
So last session of Bane of the Ancients D&D, the party had tracked a family of boar through this redwood forest with the idea that if they slaughtered these special boar that the dwarfs from a nearby town had mentioned, they might be welcomed to the town as heroes, or at least get some kind of reward. So they spent a couple days tracking these boar until they found a well-traveled boar wallow. Party decided that would be the best spot to set up an ambush for these boar. So they went around setting up a series of traps. They did some ankle-breaking pitfalls, some snare traps designed to pick up medium or smaller boar, and most devastatingly, Belanos' implementation of a, quote, spike trap in the mud with a 28 to build that.
Pretty nuts.
It was essentially a bunch of spiked branches and things stuck into a huge area of mud that the boar liked to use. Party disguised their carriage and their beast of burden, got all their good-smelling supplies, hoisted it up into trees. They also made hammocks for the 2 dwarfs that they are tending to, both wounded and exhausted. But one of them a bandit, one of them perhaps an ancient hero. And after a couple days, there was some mild life activity around the pond, some kind of strange frog-like dog creature the size of a horse, frogs and eels and things poking around. The party decided not to poke the 2 magical things that they found around the pond, the strange stone pillar sticking up out of the water with bugs crawling on it, exuding necromancy, nor the strange bird nests with a hole in it 5 feet across, exuding conjuration magic. Maybe for the best, maybe at their own demise, who knows. Anyways, they laid this trap for the boar. And as you can see, if I can scroll over there, the trap seemed to work because almost every boar is dead. They managed to lure in not only a big white super boar, which is one of the 3 that the dwarfs to the party taken down. This big boar, correct. And everything else visible on this map is dead. Congratulations. The only boar that seemed to get away from this onslaught of traps and fire from above and below was just a few of kind of the babies who escape. Might have been the blood running to their head, we're not sure, but they did give up, stop trying to attack, and you guys gave it to the kitty cat locket up in a tree. So we rejoin the party now. It's about 11 o'clock in the evening. The moon is out. Stars are visible through the clouds. Creatures in this muddy pod are munching on the boar meat that has been left in it. And Rune and Gek, I believe, were discussing strategies for carving up these boar that you have all slaughtered. Shaska, having gone down twice in the fight, has a level of exhaustion now. Belanos used a lot of magic to keep Shaska alive, and they are stable. I think the other things that we left off with, Thorgar had mentioned kind of offhandedly when he was aroused to look around that this strange pillar sticking out of the pond, he thinks might have been the very tippy top of the witch hut, possibly. But he's not sure, and this whole area looks way different than he remembers it. But he's up in a tree and still trying to rest. So, you have this pile of boar, 2 special boar, 1 very large boar. Your cart is around, your beast is safe, you guys have completed your goal successfully. What is the next move besides Rune and Gek carving boar?
I have some thoughts to supplement the boar carving. However, it's not a decision that I would want to do alone. I think that we should consider using the honey, some of this meat, both uncooked and cooked, just as an idea to possibly either make it more valuable or to make it hold a little bit longer. If it does take more than a day to go somewhere where we may be able to sell it, or maybe before we decide to use it.
So trying to cure some of these, what it sounds
just,
like.
Yeah, just an idea for this honey. I think we're going to find few actionable uses for the honey outside of trying to use it to cure something or improve the flavor of something, or maybe sell it to someone who makes mead, just random stuff like that. Just an idea there. I think now that the boar are being consolidated, if it looks like they need help, I'm down with helping as a character. But Shaska definitely needs to rest a bit. I do want to poke these magic items, and I wouldn't mind talking to Thorgar. I know we all want to talk to Thorgar a little bit, so that's definitely on my radar. In addition to just some long resty type behaviors. How about you, Gek?
Myself, I am okay with just chopping meat. Like I said before, Gek is here for the ride. Y'all promise that we'll find his friend eventually, so he's just biding his time until we find his friend.
Hey, alright. His pa.
Want to hear next president Biden this time? What? Okay, so
shit, got him. Belanos?
I think Belanos is running on empty, so he's probably, if you want his help with butchering, he will help.
Yeah.
But he's gonna want to get a trance in and maybe let Squib try some boar brains.
The boar brains. Is the bandit conscious?
I do want to have a conversation with him eventually. I'm thinking what we could do is try and process a lot of these boar over the course of the night, letting and Belanos take that first rest. Given you're an elf, Belanos, you could probably switch Gek out at some point to get him a rest, and then hopefully just kind of prepare and.
I only need an hour.
Oh, damn.
I took no damage, and I have all my stuff, so I just need an hour.
Oh, that's wild. Okay. Then yeah, if we could get most of this kind of sorted out come the morning, I'm thinking we could. Interesting. We could talk to some NPCs, load up, go from there.
Do you think Sweet Locket? I think she could probably keep an aware watch while we like work together to cut it up and cut up the boar. You know,
Yeah.
she kind of took a back roll in the fight, so I doubt she's exhausted much. Sweet Locket, how was that boar? I know it's not a little one, I promised, but they got away. We will find them again in due time. How have you been?
Well, pretty bored. Thanks for the boar. It's okay. We don't need to catch all the piggies. There's more piggies out there we'll find. And
Plenty piggies.
you guys left Locket with this given up boar for a little bit, right? While you were kind of assessing. Like you gave her like 30 minutes to dig in, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
At least.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yep.
Absolutely.
So if she dug her, like her whole face is just covered in bright red blood, and so are her paws. She dug like
We're probably
into
all
this.
covered in blood.
Yeah, everybody looks like they're from the Dragon Age games, and she's covered in blood, face especially just bright red. And her boar. Actually, let's see how well she hit it, because she hit it.
What the heck? Locket.
The cat thing.
She's not a tabaxi. I have stated it before.
It'd be pretty gnarly if she just like ate it while it was still alive.
She started. She killed it first.
She definitely started.
She killed it first. She's not a hyena.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, but
man.
like the cortisol probably just makes that meat a little bit spicier.
Your passive is under 15, isn't it? Shashka?
Yes.
So yeah, the boar's missing, according to you. As far as the world knows, she hid it way up in the tree.
Nice.
That's actually pretty great. I could just imagine it in her mouth that she's like,
Yep.
Cats.
mhm.
But the only one who might have noticed again, Belanos with the crazy high passive. When you gave her the
Belanos-
boar, Sweet Locket dug her fangs into the front of its throat, cutting off its air supply until its legs stopped kicking, and then dug into it a little bit, and then dragged it up the tree like a jaguar. So
Phenomenal.
Bonus is just covering Squib's eyes.
It's cute. You ever get tired of just noticing everything, Belanos? It's like living in the big city. Eventually, you just stop caring. Has that happened yet?
No, I'm still pretty alarmed by just about everything.
Good. Never lose that, Belanos. Never lose that. It's the first step you take into no longer being the person that you are now. Gek, I have been meaning to ask you something.
Well, hi.
Who am I speaking to?
Me?
And who are you?
Gek?
And who's the other guy?
Gek?
Do you know there's another guy?
Yeah?
How did you two meet? Were you a boy? Were you a man when you met?
I don't know quite
Surely you remember
what
something.
you mean.
You don't. At what point in time in your life were you aware of the other voice in your head? The other voice that comes out, the other voice that talks to us? I've been dying to know. We've never had a moment where we weren't hip deep in the blood of our enemies, and alas, here we stand, hip deep in the blood of our enemies, but they're all dead for now. I have time.
Well, as far as I've known, I've always had that voice.
And what
Right,
about the
that's
other way
my-
around?
Yeah, this
Has
is the voice that I
always had
show.
you.
Yes.
Interesting. As long as you can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just a little crazy.
Do
that's
you
all.
memories that the other entity, the other voice, the other you makes you, and vice versa?
1 second.
Are you both Gek? What? Roll 20.
Somebody's got notifications on.
My both Gek?
Yeah,
No. Really?
I do remember everything. Most definitely.
Have you ever been in a scenario? I'm just absolutely curious now. Have you ever been in a scenario where the other you did something that you in this moment would not want to do?
Yes, I have.
How did that make you feel? How do you reconcile these differences? I need to know. Do you talk about it, or can you not talk to the other you?
I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I gotta message GM something.
Ooh, okay.
Throw it on Discord. It's fine.
You've got Shaska's interest now. He wants to know how Gek ticks,
It's running
for better or for worse.
in the background. It's like, you better be working and talking.
Comes fucking probably shredding this board that I'm cutting.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how good Shaska would be at that
Skinning
skinning
something is
an
not a
animal.
pretty process. Like
Yeah, I'm cutting it up and I'm cutting the boar. I'm walking and talking. I'm walking and talking, Rune. Get out of here.
One thing
Well,
I'm
Rune.
trying to remember. I know one of these boars, the big one, I think it was just the normal giant boar, got like completely fried, if I remember right. Is that what you guys remember too?
yeah, it was just
That guy.
regular.
I think
The big one, the regular big one, right?
Yeah, he got Thanos.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
Yeah, that
like
guy's
Nagasaki.
that guy's just smoldering meat.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, big white boar probably died the most gracefully when Rune fell
Yeah,
on him.
That one's
Watch
not
out,
the
watch out.
worst.
The people's elbow.
The white-bellied one is definitely muddy and like spiked up and stuff like that, but there's some parts to get for sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Those are the ones I couldn't remember which. Cool.
Rune's gonna, Shaska's gonna like wave his little, you ever like gesture to someone while you're talking, absent-mindedly, or like Shaska's like waving his knife at you, Rune, while he's like cutting and talking, mouthful of something. Maybe it's raw meat, maybe it's boar.
Okay.
Just like, I told you those ropes are gonna work, Rune.
But yeah, to finish our conversation, so it's not just left on a weird "let me as the player get back to you."
I was gonna give you time.
Let me just think about some stuff, and then we can talk about it a bit later. Okay?
Self-reflection is important. Yeah, take your time.
Yeah.
All right, messaging
So yeah,
you.
there's that.
Like
Still
it.
got 6 boar over there to be skinning. If you got time to talk, you got time to skin.
Oh, when were you such a slave driver?
Not a slave driver. You shouldn't be saying things like that.
It makes two of us.
You know, the them dwarves over from the town of Nova, they seem pretty surprised about that. Now, I don't really know anything about your folk, but they seemed in disbelief that you weren't the one driving the slave cart. And, well, you were in with us. What's that about?
What's it about?
I don't.
Like they said, most Yanti are slavers.
That's fucked.
Were you ever a slaver?
It's something I don't really care to talk about.
Nah,
Fair
that's
enough.
understandable. I imagine there's not too many opportunities for honest work out there, if that's the case. So many Yanti, as you say it, fall into that line of work. It's tricky. Even if they do be knowing better, they might not have opportunities to be doing otherwise. Sure, some might be rotten to the core, enjoy the work. But for a lot of folk, say your pa, works in the mines. Boy grows up. Likely he's going to be working the mines too. Just something I've been thinking about.
It's like that. But the cycle can be broken.
Oh, who do we gotta break to break the cycle?
A lot of people. A lot of people. And even then the work's not done.
True.
Hearts and minds. Hearts and minds. And choice. Problem with choice is that you can't force it. And it's not always the one that you want. But it exists. And change can't happen first without it. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. But hey, I still have much hope for my people. It is a painful hope, but it's there. And perhaps I can use my skills for better, more noble goals. Like here. It may not seem like much, but there's a chance that these boar have hurt people. It seems the elves are pretty upset about their mere existence, which normally I would just kind of tread away, but they seem pretty significant. Pretty significant threat to maybe the natural order of life in this area. And, Soba, he's not perfect, neither am I, but I think he's got heart where it counts. He passed all my little tests. I acted strangely around him to see how he would react to maybe seeing us at our strangest or at our worst. To know if he could be trusted, if we needed to show our true selves to him. And not sure about his voice, but he seems like the type of sort that I want to fight for. Good folk who aren't perfect, but who are willing to help strangers out, even if their guard's up.
I see where you're coming from there. And yeah, I think we did do a good service out here. Though, if you talk about me trophy in a way that's saying it's not much, that doesn't sit right with me. Went through a lot to get that. Look at it. Have you seen things like these before? It's a boar that you watched it walk through a tree.
No green dragon. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Shaska. All right. It's no green dragon, but we'll get there. We're the big greed slayers, aren't we?
Again, keep the jesting in private. It's for our continued survival and for our health. But yes, if you choose that route, you can accompany me. It is a goal much, much farther down the future than any of us may realize. Like Belado said, yesterday we were running from pigs, and perhaps it's a long-term goal, but it's part of my great plans.
Well, I'm glad to be hearing that.
I am going to suggest if we do decide to go to town, we should put ourselves up and not in that water. He's going to be, and we
Have
are
you talked to
likely
him about that yet?
the only connection he has to anything.
No, we haven't.
No. We were going to, and then we decided we'd address it later, and I asked him to help us identify if this is the lake where the witch is at, And then he realized that it was the top of the witch's house, and that a significant amount of topsoil has accumulated in the time that he has last seen it.
Certainly one way you could say you've been asleep. He made some groans and winces. I've been giving him some food. He figured he was tough. He got banged up real bad. You know when you get hit in the head and everything's foggy for a while? Like, really hard.
Like, stays foggy.
Oh, yeah, and you can't keep things down.
Well, yeah, might have to see how he's doing. From a longevity perspective, we'll see.
We'll see what they know about Nova, see what they know about the area.
I would not be so readily trusting of any information he provides you. But getting him talking is a start. That's for sure.
I can make him tell the truth.
Really? How?
Yeah.
Magic?
Oh, no, we don't... Yeah, magic's what came to mind for me.
Once
The
I've
thing
rested-
about torture is when you torture someone, they will tell you whatever you want to hear, whatever makes the pain go away, whatever makes the knives and the daggers and the blades stop and the pulling. They will say
there's
what they need to say.
multiple ways of torture. If you open your mind to them and you got a lot of voices in your head, that's a lot worse than normal torture.
Ultimately, once I've rested, I can possibly just compel him to tell the truth without torture.
Yeah, I've sworn off torturing. I'm just trying to say that it's
Oh, that's good.
not a good thing to do if you're looking for accurate information. Just ends up being a lot of just scared.
I figured we could just share a good meal together.
Well, that makes 3 of you that have sworn off torturing.
There's a joke in there. How you doing, Belanos?
I could do with some rest myself.
You should sleep. You should rest. There's plenty of boar to go around.
So,
Just,
speaking of boar, while you guys have been talking, I've been going through all my harvesting tables. I've
Yeah.
equated how much boar you guys would gather if you processed it as adequately as the rolls that you guys did at the very end of last session with an average of 15. It will take 19 hours divided by the party to get all of these boar processed. That's,
Nice.
gutting them right off the bat, getting the skin off, bleeding them, hanging them in
Bleeding
ways
them.
where they can get everything, getting the tusks, cutting the heads off,
Mhm.
skins, all that kind of stuff.
Nice. That's solid.
I've added that to your loot table as to what that would equate in. I'm just double checking. I'm assuming you guys want to do that processing before you go, correct?
So is that 19 if each of us do it, or is that 19
It's just
split 4
that's
ways?
how
Total
many
party
labor hours needs to go into the project. You can get
Oh,
lock it in
okay,
on
so-
it. You can all work on it. Hell, you could have Squib helping. Like, it's however you want to do that.
Turn board to smoothies.
Yeah.
So at a minimum, if we all do it, we could get it done in roughly 4-ish hours.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
19 divided by 4 is more than 4 hours.
5 hours.
Well,
Just
including if Locket helps.
Yeah, if Locket helped, yeah. Roughly 4 hours.
5
to get it all
hours
done.
with your mandatory 15-minute break.
Exactly.
Yeah, if Locket helped.
Lock it. Just one for you, one for me. Just
Yep.
she'd be a chubby girl by the time she was done.
Locket, I see
Real
we're
large.
down 3 boar. Lost in process. Yeah, shipping and handling error. I don't know.
Shipping and handling error.
COVID, am I right? Just.
Got him.
Anyways,
Locket.
Yeah, let's
Um,
just do it then. Let's just crank it out, and people will rest as they need to, and yeah, we'll just try to keep somebody aware at all times while we're doing it, and just try to crank out the 4 to 5 hours of labor
well, it
to
sounds
do
like
so.
Gek probably only needs 1 to 2 hours, depending on if they want to get their familiar back. And then Belenos needs 4 to get those slots back. Shaska could definitely use a long rest at some point. And then
Jessica unfortunately needs a long rest.
yeah.
2 of those hours can be stuff like this, if I recall.
Yeah, it's like it's leisurely activities. So like, you know, you could walk around and like help direct and do some minor labor stuff, but you know,
I was gonna say
you're not gonna be
we'll
like,
have-
you know, ripping flesh off of bones isn't leisurely.
Yeah.
But you know, you could be like cleaning pelts, like that. I could say, yeah, you're trying to clean pelts with your chest water or
There you
whatever.
go.
Nice. I
know?
mean, honestly, that would be pretty cool. You could be, moving the vat around for some of the poor that were bleeding for some blood sausages in the morning. It'll be good.
Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, that's all been added to your sheet. Now, this is a theoretical number. While you guys are working on this, you know how I do with rests. I'm not nice. So we'll see what happens. I will point out almost immediately before you guys even start doing this, even though it's nighttime, a couple of ravens come by and they started cawing on some branches nearby this pile of meat. And slowly more and more birds are starting to show up as you work.
Yeah, I think we should just. I'd try to dome them with ravens.
Yeah,
right.
I'm just gonna start blasting my guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Far away, I got their ACs up.
That is my job for the next
Although
hours.
you may want to confide with your whole party before blasting, I will say.
Do we want to kill the birds?
No birds near my corpse.
Why don't we just let them pack up the offal?
Why?
What?
They're pretty natural, and you're wasting time taking shots at them. You could set one of the boar aside, or use the bits that we'll take some of the bits that we're not going to be using.
You mean like a gut pile?
Yeah. Give them a separate thing to be picking at.
Mm.
I'm just gonna take the mage hand, and I'm just gonna send it up into the trees and just
hanging
give
entrails.
the birds a little like smack. Yeah, just kind of start moving them, just pop them to spook them a little bit.
Dude, if you hang some entrails from the tree branches, this scene is gonna look so metal.
Yeah. You know what? The blood's already been spilled. There's probably not much else we're gonna attract additionally if we string them around a little bit. So Shuck grumpily lowers his bow. He's like, your logic makes sense.
Shaska.
It seems a waste of arrows. You're not gonna kill every bird in the forest.
Shaska's like, these are all mine.
I don't want to be eating a crow. You know,
Wait,
why don't you ask?
Locket.
Why don't you? Yeah, why don't you ask Sweet Locket?
Hey, Locky, you want some birds?
Crows are very intelligent and they hold grudges.
Say,
Oh yeah, let it be against. Never mind.
She's like trying to help cut up boar. You guys are telling her what to do. I mean, birds are nice, but I don't care. Sure, I can catch birds if you guys want me to catch birds. I don't know if I can. They're kind of high in the tree, and they already see me. So
I think processing these boar should be priority.
All right, then I'll just take the entrails, and I'll just start hanging the entrails up by the birds, just with my mage hand.
cool.
You may make some friends that way.
All right. Yep. Ping which trees you want to put those in.
Wherever I'm seeing the birds.
Jeez,
Are
we just,
there
Literally,
any specific trees?
they are just kind of coming in.
Well, as the birds start just landing and we start cutting bellies open, I'll just start taking entrails and just covering the tree branches up where they're at.
Okay. I'll just start putting them around then. How's that sound?
There you go.
Yeah.
Swarms of crows are appearing in trees where you hang entrails.
Don't be taking all the entrails now. You can be using those as stuffing stalkers.
Yeah, but there's like entrails that aren't going to be used. You know, there's organs and shit that just like tertiary organs that are not going to be super useful.
Cool. So pretty good playing with them birds. More and more keep coming, but you're keeping there's plenty of entrails to go around for these crows.
Yeah.
Can I spend 10 minutes to cast Comprehend Languages and try and hear what the birds are talking about?
I
Dude,
don't
that
know
sounds
if that
awful.
gives you Aran or Avian or whatever they call that. Throw that in the chat real quick because it's a little different with animals versus if there was druids
Make it
speaking
in.
Sylvan, yeah, you'd catch that. But I don't think you get all the crows speak. All right. Spoken language.
A spoken language.
Yeah.
Really,
If
usually
it's-
animals are under like animal speak. That's typically kind of separated out from
For
what I've seen.
for crows, it's a good idea. If you want to do it, you can. If you want to take it back, you can. It's totally up to you. It lasts an hour, and you're probably going to take a rest anyways.
Would I know?
Would you have tried this in the past to talk to crows? Actually, didn't you just learn this
Maybe
spell?
probably not to talk to birds, but like
We
I
could tweet-
think I did it to try and talk to the lizard, and I didn't understand the lizard, so I probably could deduce. I'll roll an intelligence.
Okay.
See how smart Dick was when he did that.
Just roll like a nature. That would make sense.
Nature. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna help you with crows. Unless there's a druid talking to another druid, nodding crow.
All right then. I will just hang them, and if any of the birds fly down, I will be nice to them and hand over any non-vital organs we're not saving.
Roll
Nice.
animal handling then.
Animal handling. With a what's it called? 4.
Oh,
Yeah, they are interested but pretty wary at present. They're also kind of
Fair enough.
fascinated with the floating entrail thing that's happening with your mage
Well,
hand.
then I'll just try every now and then. Whenever you'd like me to roll again.
Belano, something procced your attention right here. If you want to roll active perception, you can.
Of course.
the fuck is that? Nah.
I assume Shaska is sleeping at this point, or at least Pelt's doing.
It sounded like you guys were all just going at it for this first 4 hours, and then once you got it
Okay.
processed, right? Or Shaska, are you trying to rest right away?
What are my limitations with what I can do versus the mandatory sleep that I need?
So, like you mentioned, I'd allow like hour or 2 doing light tasks. That would be something like, cleaning pelts, putting stuff in storage, maybe even hanging things on your cart if you brought your cart over there.
Okay.
But like, actively skinning, not so much. Giving people directions how to skin, sure. Does that kind of make sense?
How many hours are? Yeah, it makes sense. How many hours are we in this? I'd probably be asleep at this point if it's past 2.
Yeah, it'd probably be about 2 hours at this point.
Okay.
So
Yeah, let's say I'm settling into bed.
Okay.
I'm just like,
Getting
hey,
your
you guys
rest.
got it. Yeah. Now, Sweet Locket would need to keep eyes and ears open.
do you want to go
But-
sleep in her roost while she goes and helps with Boar? That would make sense.
Is it close?
Yeah, it's it's pretty close. It's right here. Depends
Can you
if you
ping
want to
it?
be that far.
Can you ping it again? Is she the only one there?
Yeah, she has a roost like 30 feet up with all your food. Remember?
Why the hell not? Let's see what happens.
Cool.
Nice. Get some primo schweepy weepies in.
Yeah, I'd
And
probably
then-
try to rinse blood off as much as possible before I move out into the woods alone.
It's a good
If I
idea.
spend an hour of those 2 hours hanging guts and just kind of moving in trails, do I get a short rest?
Honestly, that seems fine. You're just kind of telling your mage hand to carry little bits of guts up there.
Yeah, he's doing 10 pounds at a time, my guy. Work
I'll-
smart, not
I'll
hard.
allow it. I'll allow it. That's fine. I'm not. This is not a super high stakes thing at the moment. All right. So back to reality. Something runs off with one of the boar legs. Belanos just kind of
Nice.
caught that there was movement, but that's one boar ration down.
Nice.
Or actually, would it be more fun to show a tally of how much you've lost? That would be more fun.
Oh, that sounds interesting. You could do a sub bullet.
Minus
There you
one.
go. Parentheses works.
Cool. All right. Can they commit another heist successfully? That's my question.
Oh man, they're going for it.
Get him,
As we
Belanos.
go -1 boar meat ration, +1 like whatever this creature is
He
ration.
will eat you. Don't do it.
Ooh, something definitely procs everybody's attention. That's a wink.
Whoa.
It's
Alright.
similar spot. Sorry. Similar spot right here.
8.
8 doesn't work. If you guys want to roll active perception, you can.
Oh, sure, thank you. 8.
Belanos, up to you. If you want.
Funny.
Yeah.
Belanos.
Just have that
I'm sawing
perception.
logs in a tree.
Have that
somewhere.
perception ready for a minute. Okay,
17.
Belanos caught it this time. Good thing he had advantage. That would have been hilarious if this thing got away with it again. They don't. I didn't
steal.
grab art for this. I'm just using the stat block, but I'll show you. It's a fox. It's not this white fox. It's a fox. It's actually like a kind of a brown ambery fox. It's got its mouth around another haunch. It's trying to like tear off as stealthily as it can, but it's not coming off.
Oh.
Up to you what you do, Belanos.
Can I just hit the ground near it with a sacred flame?
Yeah, just roll me intimidation.
Okey-doke. Normal.
See how brave this thing is.
It squares up.
11.
Dude, I don't know if you've watched foxes like trying to steal limbs off of lion carcasses and stuff. They get pretty brazy, you know.
They do.
No, that scared the shit out of it. So
There's a fox stealing our pigs.
Like,
it's just off into the brush.
What was that, Belanos?
There's a fox trying to steal our pigs.
Oh, foxes are cute little ones.
It is
Scrappy
cute,
little
but I worked hard to kill these pigs.
Yeah, scrappy little bastards. Keep an eye out, it'll probably be back.
Cool. All right, let me roll a roll here. So it's just birds for another 3 hours. And then I roll again.
Ugh.
I try to feed the birds again in those 3 hours.
Yeah, I assume you kind of on and off nonstop do
Oh yeah, I just wanted to see if I could try and
You want to try and
befriend
coax
them a
another
bit
one?
better.
Sure.
Yeah,
So
try and
there's-
befriend it.
There's one that's like maybe interested in testing the limits of safe boundaries with you. You can roll another animal handling, sure.
Damn. Respect
That's a
the hell out of
15?
that crow.
15, okay. Give me a sec here.
GM
actually-
rolls.
It is. You haven't toggled to gym rolls. At least the stream can see none of them. Well, actually, I can see them. You rolled a
Hey,
15.
you've done a good job voicing them.
No worries. All right. Raven. This is actually a raven. This raven
Oh.
gets a lot closer. They like come within like 4 feet of you,
Whoa.
and they're like you hear their little feet like on the wood next to you, trying to see what the hell you're doing.
This
You
little
know-
Give it
side
a
hop.
kidney.
These little side hops. Yep. They're giving you that sideways eye, like, what are we doing here, bud? Like, they've definitely put together that the floating food comes from you at this point, Gek.
The ravens are pretty smart.
chosen this one.
I'm gonna hand him a kidney. See where this goes. I'm gonna just see if he brings me anything back. See if we're on that level of friendship yet.
Kidney of friendship.
Okay. Yep. They like slowly get closer. Are you holding the kidney? Or are you setting it? What's your plan?
I'll set it like 2 feet away from me.
Okay. So they
Just kind of leave it.
cautiously like wait on the back foot, hop and skip gradually over to this little thing. Eventually, Victor to snatch the kidney and take off into the trees. For now.
Nice.
Your name is Cass now.
You've been marked.
His soul is just like no.
Damn.
We'll see.
Got him.
I have your guys' passives somewhere. Give me a sec.
Yeah, dude. 8.
You have an 8. I have a 10.
Yeah, it's just Belanos with the high passive. All the rest of you are not going to notice anything usually. So, Belanos, similar area, similar proc of your attention. A small creature's fucking around with boar again, probably. Up to you if you want to check on it.
Yeah.
It's been 3 hours. They came back. Holy shit.
23.
Damn.
So yeah, there's two of them this time.
2 foxes.
They're not white. I just did not want to make custom art.
They're
Just
brown amber is what you
brand
said.
amber foxes, and they're both like trying to super quietly tear this meat off of this leg, but the boar carcass is just kind of dragging. It's
The fox is back and it brought a friend.
Oh.
Are we doing anything about this, or
They're just foxes.
look? You were all ready to stop murdering birds over stealing from a
Now
boar
look, I'm
supply,
not
and-
gonna get into it, but birds are a different thing. I'm pretty sure the government and the king controls them.
What in the fuck are you saying, boy? Now, how
Like
much
I
are they
said-
taking? Are they just taking scraps or?
bonus. You saw him get that one nice haunch. Like that would have been a nice brazen boar leg on a table at one point. But
well, they stole one prime haunch and they're trying to rip off another.
Oh no, they don't.
Okay.
Rune will march over and like go on, get.
roll your
Give him a
timmy
kidney.
wimmydation.
Sure. Dude, if they stick around, Rune's just like, wow, my heart. All right, let's see here.
The
Intimidation
DC to
is gonna
beat
be
is a 16.
a 7.
You come over, and they just kind of get frantic and just rip that leg off. they
Oh, you know
stealth out the window, and they both run off together holding it.
Rune gives them a little chase just to feel good about themselves.
They got like a shoulder and a haunch.
Oh, little bastards.
Okay.
If you be coming back here, I get one of you. Get you both.
Cool.
Do we know if foxes have scruffs? But some cats, if you grab the back of the neck or
Man, if I was up, we'd have some fox pellets. Some fox pellets for sure.
yeah, without a doubt, like 0 till.
We'd just, yeah.
Be a nice scarf for you. Add to your little lion cloak.
All right.
Jessica's dreaming about foxes. He doesn't know why, but he's dreaming about foxes.
Oh yeah.
Are you talking about the fox known as Rune?
Oh, Rune's gonna be over
He's
here.
a fox.
Rune's gonna be over here, like by where they were tearing off a haunch, like processing. Like I'm gonna get the drop on him this time.
Rune, you just start sneezing, like somebody's thinking about me.
Yeah.
Nervous.
Gek, roll me another animal handling and a fate 20.
Animal handling is gonna be a 6.
Okay.
Fate
Ooh.
20 is gonna be an 8.
Okay. So your buddy, that one crow, doesn't seem to come back yet.
Oh,
Over the course of 4 more hours, they seem to have maybe left. Maybe they brought the kidney back home to their babies. You don't know. Over the course of the next 4 hours, I mean, you guys probably wrap up, even if Shuck's continuing to rest. Lots and lots more crows show up. Just getting more and more kind of brazen and cocky as their numbers get into the hundreds. The other thing that happens.
Oh heck.
Let me do
nine-tailed fox.
I can't wait to wake up and there's fucking birds everywhere, like pecking our eyeballs out.
Actually, they beat Belanos' passive, which is
Excuse me.
cool.
That's alarming.
Yeah. Since they beat Belanos, I'm going to have Belanos roll me 2d4.
Four.
Okay.
Neutral.
All right. Nothing to worry about, fellas.
Flash doubt.
All right. Cool. So, you guys are kind of wrapping up processing all of these things, and out of the bushes, making itself known, is a large
fuck.
wolf. It's not a
Yeah,
dire
that's it.
wolf, but it is a fully grown
Yeah, wolves are
160-pound
freaking huge. Yeah.
wolf. Just kind of pops up right on the edge of camp. I realized I wasn't managing the stream's camera properly. Sorry. And kind of lets out a growl to anyone who is nearby. It looks like Rune probably is right here because you were waiting for that fox anyways.
Yeah, that's really funny. It's like, oh, you're a bit bigger than I remember.
You look different.
Yep. And Wolf's ears go back. Their jowls start showing. They're trying to be spoofy as possible right now. Holy shit. With the 17 spoof at you, Rune. They're trying to scare you. We're looking at your throat.
You're a real fierce one, aren't ya?
Roll me a whiz-wham save real quick. See if the primal fear of a wolf staring at your neck gets to you. Out in the forest at night.
4.
Yeah, despite you knowing you could probably take this wolf, there's something about the primal situation right now that's like, oh no, this is bad. You also know that when there's one wolf, there's more wolves. Why did this wolf just come out in the open and show itself to me? This is bad. This wolf isn't starving, it's healthy.
Yeah, Rune's gonna go ahead and take that periphery boar, right? That was has a couple chunks and just
It's just,
here you go.
take this away from me, please. Okay.
Yeah, you eat over there.
Roll an animal handling.
Gotcha. That's going to be a 15.
Okay.
If anybody wants to help, a little bit higher. But
Yeah.
like, I would definitely voice. Looks like we might have a pack of wolves on the periphery.
So
Still a bit.
here's how this plays out. This thing's basically like, I'm about to take your territory and this whole stack of boars for myself. Like, that's the vibe it's putting out. You're like, oh fuck, I feel more scared than I should. Here, take this boar. And it thinks you're attacking it. It rushes forward and then like stops, looks at the boar carcass, and then drags it away. And then comes back.
So while it's while it's dragging the boar carcass away, what I'd like to do is light and set a torch.
Okay. Not a bad idea.
Like, right here. This will be the fuck off. Also, this boar carcass you can delete if you'd like.
Yeah.
There you go.
Alu, roll me one d6.
Natural line. Sure. That's going to be a 3.
Okay. That's how many rations worth that wolf just snatched.
You know, that makes sense. It's already missing both its legs and a shoulder.
Yep. The other half of the boar is now gone, literally.
Yeah.
All right. And so you're lighting a torch, and you've mentioned to those awake that there are wolves prowling about.
Hell yeah.
Do you wake Shashka? I know, Shashka, you need like, what, 1 more hour? I think that's where we're at.
No, Shaska is up high with the food.
Wake me if you're dead.
I was gonna say, good to know where you sit on that. I was gonna say, as a player, if you want to be woken up for this, I could totally wake you. But Rune doesn't feel. Rune's like, all right, that's a big puppy.
I think you guys got this.
So you said that he would get the first 2 hours of light work, and then we went 3, and then we went 4. So technically, he'd actually been up for an hour at this point.
You could wake any time at your. You're right. I forgot about those two. If you want to be awake, Shaska, you can wake up whenever you'd like at this point. So you've gotten that extra hour, so you're feeling like almost alive now after your exhaustion
Dude, I'll
level?
fucking take the sleep. So how about either as players or as characters, you guys wake me when you need me. How's that? And if you don't need me, great. Have fun,
He's
guys.
stuck in the tree forever.
I don't mind this watching right now. I'm kind of curious as a player myself,
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I wasn't leaving you out.
So. No, I appreciate it.
All right, cool.
Shaska made it very clear. I'm getting my beauty sleep. I'm fucking tired.
Fuck off. Yeah.
You can handle the kids. I'm going to bed. So, Rune, you let them know.
Come over with Rune then.
You lit a torch. since Rune has flagged everyone that there are wolves about, I will allow each of you to do an active perception check if you would like, since this counts as kind of a stealth proc break.
We'll stay over here.
Natural 1.
You just are really focused on the one wolf. Rune.
11.
Yeah, Rune's probably lighting a couple torches. We'll hand them off to folks like, be making a perimeter.
The one big wolf is very apparent. No other wolves are spotted by the party.
Yeah, that's why we're making a perimeter.
Okay. So you got one torch.
Did you try calling him a good puppy?
I try using their hokey torch place mechanic. Bloop.
Oh, man.
I just want to place it without
This is
enabling
probably gonna be
dynamic
pretty silly.
lighting. It won't work.
Well, at this point, it's like morning.
Yeah, I mean the sun's up. It's like what? 8 a.m. at this point.
Nice.
In the summer?
In that case,
Yeah, you don't,
this
the torch is just for fire, right?
Yeah, this torch is for Rune's sense of stability. Like, I could whack the fuck out of something with this.
Okay.
I'll take a dancing lights then and kind of create a good perimeter around us of, even though it's still morning, just to kind of spook off anything that might be lurking.
Rune will hold on to this torch and just have like some fuck off vibes while people are finishing packing up.
Okay. So that wolf comes back, right?
Oh yeah.
And it sees your torch, and
Give it a deep growl.
you're gonna growl at it.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a growl check real quick for me then. Get
Sure.
intimidation. Thanks.
It's done.
So I think what would make the most sense with what I just rolled is that this wolf has a bad survival instinct and took that as a challenge of territory.
Cool.
And is going to attack you. So let's go ahead and roll initiative now. Oop, that's not initiative. There we go. I rolled a natural 1 for its smarts as to what to do right there. So
that makes sense.
Whatever you said in Wolf, man, that was.
Avail the berries. No. Yes, things get smacked with a torch.
Right. I like how it's slightly faster than you by 0.01, Rune.
Oh heck.
Um,
Everybody's slightly faster than Rune by 0.01.
So Gek,
oh no,
you know, you're aware of the situation. Belanos, you're aware of the situation. Rune, you're aware of the situation. This wolf's been visible to all of you. Rune just tried to like roar at this wolf, and the wolf just got the like battle stance instantly.
Come here, buddy.
I'm interested what Sweet Locket does when she sees a wolf like this.
Yeah, let's roll for Sweetie and see what she thinks. Yeah, she doesn't like this wolf, and she's kind of scared of the wolf. That is her vibe. She's trying to stay in between the party, and she's looking up at tree branches currently.
It's a nice rope for her.
Hell yeah. I was gonna say, part of the, with the boars, we should be taking down all of our traps, you know, getting our rope back, but that'll be later.
Okay. Gek. You were at top of
no,
turn.
you don't, Wolfie. I'm gonna hit him with a glare.
All right. You look at them with disdain. They have to succeed on a wisdom save or take no actions on its turn.
And that
on
is
its
a
next
15.
turn. All right. DC 15 due to the root. Give me the
Nice
root.
DC.
Pathetic. Nah.
And
It's gotta roll like a 7.
Whizwham, correct?
Yep.
16.
Oh,
Fuck me.
Fireflight response. It's powerful.
Rune
then I'm
turned
going
its fight mode on. I don't
The
know.
tree.
All right.
I'm going right up this tree right here. 30 feet.
Okay.
Hey.
Gex scrabbles up the little tree 30 feet. Alrighty. Wolf's turn.
And that's my turn.
Come here, buddy.
Okay. these two wolves jump out at
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Rune, and go and try and get you.
So, roll wisdom save for the trap it stepped on.
Well,
Or would you prefer to clear all the traps at this point? Can
Dude,
that be part of the
those
board cleaning?
traps are just. Don't worry about the traps in this encounter. It's Narnar.
Yeah.
Where did that other one go? I lost the wolf. There it is. Jeez. Come on. This one's gonna run in at Belenos.
No.
This one's gonna run in at Sweet Locket. Pouncing from above.
Oh, snap!
All right. Now that I have them all in position, I think. Yep. They can do their attacks. So, as the two wolves running up on Rune, they think Rune is the alpha to contend with. In tandem, they're coming up. They're going to try and bite your feeties.
Not me heels.
23, 17.
Yeah, 23 will hit.
Okay. Roll a strength saving throw.
Nah, Rune's immovable.
But they want you to roll it anyways, because it could be a natural 20 or something. Just roll it. It'll be good.
Huh? Sure. What kind of a save?
Just a strength save.
Sure. Strength. 22.
See, that's why I want you to roll it. So, yep, they bite onto you and they're trying really hard to get you off balance. They're both tugging at your boots, trying to get you down, and you're just like, ow!
Yeah.
As you take 7 piercing as their canines sink into your ankle.
Yeah, heck.
All right. The one pouncing off the cliff towards Rune. Why is it when I minimize wolf, it goes way over there? There we go. It's going to go for...
You mean lock it?
Yes, gosh, lock it. Natural 1. Perfect. This one goes flying at Locket. Locket dodges out of the way. This thing
no joke about
leaps
flying,
down,
dude.
gets caught in the noose thing trap. There, traps are now active. Wolf in a trap.
Got him!
Shaska's dreaming about wolves. Wolf pellets.
Ironically, that's the best trap that we set. The boar was in that, like, forever.
This one comes between a huge tree and a bush, jumping off of the white boar, flying at Belenos' throat.
What a champ.
14 hit Belenos? Nope.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Woo!
Belenos ducks in time for this thing to just kind of go flying by, sliding in the blood and mud over between Locket and Belenos.
You know it's between Locket and Belenos?
Hmm.
I don't know. Nothing important.
Okay.
A lot of animosity.
A fucking wolf. It's what?
All right, Rune.
Nice. Rune is going to bonus action, enter rage, and will be hitting the one that locked onto her boots with the torch. I assume this is an improvised weapon, so here's my improvised weapon roll with a natural 20.
Shove it down his throat!
Roll damage.
Sure, let me toggle. Make sure rage is
Or
up.
just fucking gouge its eyes out with the torch. That's what I would do.
8,
That's what
9,
Shaska
10,
would do.
11, 12, 13, 14. It takes 15 damage. I don't know if you add any fire with the torch, but I'm just gonna fucking break this thing on top of its dome.
Okay.
Oh no.
I like how that token has... There we go. The token had no health for some reason. Now it has no health.
Now it has no help.
So here's what I'd like to imagine if you're fine with it. You go to just hit this thing in the face that's holding onto your ankle. You just smash it as hard as you can with your torch. There's sparks flies everywhere. The torch, the only thing left of the torch is the bit you're gripping in your fist. It's
God damn.
exploded. The wolf's neck snaps.
Fuck. Yeah,
just
no,
a-
that's...
Explosion of force. The wolf was holding on to you. It had its grip digging into the dirt and mud, and all that tension plus all that force on a completely different angle just track, and the wolf goes limp.
Nice. And that's my go. This other one here is we'll see what it does.
Your turn, Belenos.
I'm just gonna Sacred Flame the one that came after me. So
All
it's
right.
a dex save.
Cool. Do-do-do-do-do. 15.
That passes.
Okay.
Whoa.
That one
They are healthy.
dodged. Sweet Locket sees the one that is prone upside down, grappled by a rope, and she is going to roll a wisdom save.
You know, cats go for the eyes
She
of creatures that threaten
Failed
them.
her wisdom save.
Yeah, dude,
so
cats are assholes.
she's just gonna whip out with her claws and start attacking this thing's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him, sweet.
1 attack, 2 attack. So the first swipe definitely hits.
I bet the
Hey,
wolf
she should have advantage if it's prone.
Don't worry. It's Locket. She's a cat. It's fine. But she hits for 5, just tearing this thing's eyes and face up while it's swinging there like a piñata. And her second swipe came as if the thing wasn't going to move, but it was already like out of the way from that first hit.
Nice.
She's panicked a bit and is yowling and things. Gek. Top of the turn again.
I'm gonna come right back down the tree now that I can see everything. This dude in the trap, I'm just gonna kind of interpose myself between Locket and them.
Okay.
Look into its eyes and try to soothe it. And if that don't work, then I will hold my action to open my mind to it and fucking blah, 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 into its brain.
Dude, quick Google search how to interact with a wolf. Don't assume that because a wolf is near you, you can pet it. Incredible.
So just to clarify, we have a hostile wounded wolf. You want to try to soothe it. What is your soothing approach?
I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna hold between me and Locket, arms back. Calm down. Calm down. We'll get you some meat. Just calm down. And
roll an animal handling. Go for it.
oh
When
fuck.
he says get
You
behind
need to
it,
calm
we're
down.
going for the half Nelson, right?
So not the worst approach. It was not the worst approach. But Sweet Locket did just like rip its eyes out and
Sort of figured, which was fucking pissed me off. God damn it, Locket.
Don't worry. There's
What's
that
your
one behind
backup
you.
plan?
I'm gonna open my brain to it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do that.
Wisdom save. Okay.
Yep, 15.
9. They failed. So
They have disadvantage on their next attack roll.
all right.
It's in a noose.
Hey, in case it breaks out,
True that.
This one's standing right behind you.
Belanos will murder it.
You know,
Alright.
if we can count on one thing, it's Belanos to be murdered.
Go ahead and
You're
roll
right.
the 1d4 psychic damage for me.
Yeah, it was 4.
4. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, it's up there. I didn't look
Hell
up.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Vicious of
You just
mockery.
Minus-
see this thing's
Plus
like
plus 1, so 5.
Hey.
cool. Yeah, this wolf's eyes are bleeding more than they were before, which is great.
He wasn't gonna be my friend, so pain.
Pretty brutal.
Okay. There's one more wolf in front of Rune in fight mode. It's gonna try and go to bite mode. We'll see if it hits.
Fight mode to
Natural
bite mode.
1. Great.
Can I grab it? Come here,
That's what you want to do. I'll give you a grapple opportunity.
Dude, think if you grabbed it with its jaw open and you just ripped its jaw out of its...
I don't know if I wanted to go on an underworld spree with this thing.
So
Also,
many movies. Oh
14.
god. With a burn natural 1. That would have been
it's good to get
hilarious.
It would have been pretty great, honestly.
You
I
guys
gotta
both
grab it.
grapple each other. You're both restrained.
Oh, fuck.
I'm joking.
Sometimes.
All
you
right.
stop its bite with your neck.
They're gonna try to not get gotted. They
You-
do get gotted with a
You
10.
didn't punch me. I headbutted your fist.
Yeah.
And then
Nice.
this one's gonna go for Sweet Locket's thigh.
Oh no.
23.
Oh, that's... Got her.
You know, dogs hunting cats. Like, there's just something very primal about that.
Did it stand up or has it still got disadvantage?
It's the one behind her.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
It's the one directly behind Locket.
Locket's got to roll a save here.
You got
Let's
it,
see
Locket.
Locket get dragged off into the night by some wolves.
It
Wow, that is-
just succeeds.
Shit.
I like to
Does the,
imagine she
hand...
she reaches out and like grabs onto Gek for support. Just you got her claws on the back of your shoulder as there's Wolf tugging at her ankle, and she's letting out like a horrible yowl of pain, just kind of thing. All right, upside down dangle wolf, you got this,
dude. If he gets
it's
like this snare is just cursed. It's the most effective.
14 for Gek. I don't think that hits, right, Gek? 14.
I think that does.
Oh shit!
Gek, does that hit?
14 is my armor class.
It hit you.
Oh, no.
Don't think that because
With-
the wolf is near you that you can.
Rookie
Roll-
mistake.
What's gonna be awesome is roll your strength save.
Dude, he like latches onto your shoulder as you turn to look at Locke. You're like,
Oh shit!
Yes.
yeah.
So this literally swinging pendulum of wolf with bloody eyes comes
It's crazy.
through, just latches on like at the base of your neck and shoulder, and knocks you off balance. And now you're being like dragged with your feet dangling behind you. Locket like losing their balance.
Locket falls now.
You take 6 piercing damage.
Incredible.
Rune, you have a grapple wolf.
Yeah, Rune's gonna try and put this thing out. Doesn't want to kill it.
What's your strat? You going for the full Nelson on this wolf? Like, what are we doing here? The rear naked choke.
Yeah, those are the two options: the choke or a truncheon, right? What would likely be? Oh, the truncheon. The truncheon's what hurt the dwarfs. So Rune's just gonna try and put it out this time.
Okay.
Don't give the poppers brain damage.
So let's have you roll. I'm trying to think. How would we simulate this? We could do it like an unarmed attack. Let's just do that.
Sure.
Unarmed strike.
Nice.
For
That's
for
just gonna
damage.
be my.
It's
gonna be my
basically
big fucking
how
rock.
how well you're trying to cut off that blood supply to the brain with your meaty.
Yeah,
gorilla
about
arms.
an 8.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot, man. 15 definitely hits. So you cut off most of the blood to their brain with 8 damage. They're
They're
definitely
getting woozy, man.
yeah, like they're not fighting as hard as they were.
You chose this fight. Just go to sleep. It'll be over soon.
Hell
Wait till
knows.
Gek possesses you.
Belenos, your go.
Belenos is going to use the same trick he used on all the piggies and grab his holy symbol and channel divinity.
Shit.
So con saves from all the wolves.
Hell yeah!
All right. Roll damage. Just because it's half if they succeed, right?
Well,
Nice.
yes, half if they succeed. So 6 on a save.
Okay. So only one wolf needs to roll. Sorry, Rune.
Belenos.
Can Rune try and shield this?
I don't
I
think
will-
so.
I'll,
My friend is trying to sleep.
yeah.
Shit.
I
Um,
totally take the damage. You're ruling though, because it's you get to choose the creatures.
It's every hostile creature gets lit up, basically. Let me. What am I rolling? It's a con save or something. What's the
Yes.
save again? Okay. Yeah, they fail. So all the wolves die.
Yeah. Snap, sizzling noises like fuck. Leads it. You're so killy. You weren't even standing. How did you do that? Why is it smoking?
Look, honestly, I'm as confused about a lot of this as you are.
You're dangerous. But I like that about you.
I'm learning to like it about myself.
Initiative over. All of the wolves are dead.
Well, I did want to try wolf earlier when that pony put me back on the cart. Ain't no pony gonna stop me from trying him this time around.
We may be able to salvage a wolf pelt from one of the ones that aren't too badly burned.
No, it's smoldering.
Hell,
The only
about the one
one
you
that
smacked
is
with the
not
torch?
ruined, the one right here, the alpha that caused this other weird echo. What the heck?
Oh, actually, on second thought, this one's not. Ah,
hey, is he?
Chuck, what happens if you put your mic back on your ear? I want to test something. Or the other side, the one that's off. Is the echo gone now? Nope, it's still there. That's weird. It wasn't there and it just popped up.
I was gonna say I usually play with this cocked off my head, so it shouldn't be
Yeah,
any different than normal.
it's very weird. Everybody else hearing the echo too? Or is it just me?
no,
I
I
hear
hear
you.
an echo, so
Okay.
I'm not too worried about it though.
Hurts my head.
Well,
The only wolf that is salvageable is the one that attacked you that you nat 20'd with a torch. There's like literally nothing wrong with this wolf besides that its neck has snapped.
well, Bellanos, you want to help me finish skinning this one? See what we can gather from the rest. Meaty bits.
Sure. Can we save the brain?
Sure. Don't think I'd be wanting that for me, for the club. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to find an alternative to to PEOPLEBRAINS for my little friend here to maybe find something he likes just as much.
Rune
I
kind of
don't spell that well.
squints at you. What?
some literacy rolls real quick.
Rune, no idea. But we'll just take your word for it. Like, yeah, I trust your judgment there. So, help me skin this.
Sure.
You were talking about the pelts. What do you do? What's your survival?
Pretty good, actually.
Are you good at like? Do you know how to survival?
I do.
Rune will help you this time.
Okay.
I need a nature survival combo roll from somebody.
Hey, Rune actually knows nature too. If you know nature,
I don't.
okay. In that case,
Let's
if
do
you want to do
rune
survival,
nature and
yeah,
Bellanos.
at advantage, I can help you with the survival, and then Rune will do the nature.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just for simplicity's sake, do Rune do a nature, Bellanos do a survival. Let's just do that for straight. Okay.
9 survival.
I can't help them though. We both have.
I'm thinking about it. I'll give Bellanos one more chance this one time. I'll be gracious once.
16.
So let me check their CR exactly. It might be botched.
No.
Yeah. Not the I will get back to you on what I'll decide to do with that. How about that? I'm not going to pause the game to deliberate on if I want to let that pass or fail. Let's just say you have a wolf corpse. You at least get the guts out of it. How's that sound for now? And then I'll figure the rest out. Okay. Besides crows coming in mass, that's the end of the encounters for the night. And the early morning, apparently.
My friend Crow?
Roll
He back?
one
You see,
last.
This is why he's not your friend, is because you keep calling him a crow.
He's
It's
not come
actually a
back
raven.
at this point.
No. Oh well.
Okay. Not bad to keep asking me, because they may appear. All right. Shashka, I think at this point you probably wake up. It got to the point where like the sun's coming through the trees and like warmed your skin on your reptile side, so you're like feeling a little peppy. It's like your morning coffee.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
You definitely
guys.
feel like you overdid it, but like, you could work.
Okay.
Oh no.
All right. So, have I relieved my exhaustion level?
I believe you had a long rest. One long rest relieves one level of exhaustion. So, yes.
Okay. Cool. Well, everyone, what I miss? Oh, wolves! Excellent. I imagine we got the pelt Oh, no.
Well, those ones are crispy.
Oh.
We might be able to get some meats from them. This one here, we'll
Oh.
figure it out on the road. We're not in a rush. I think we should pack up and go at this point.
There's a lot of birds around here.
Ah, they're my friends. I bet you
If
cast
you
them.
can help us get the ropes down, we should be going.
I had the strangest dream. A road you were there, actually. And there's also some foxes. And
Oh, yeah, little bastards took a couple haunches.
belly creatures.
Yeah.
Weird. Anyways,
I did some thinking while you were sleeping.
it looks like you did more than thinking. You're bleeding. Are you okay?
I'll be
Sweet
fine.
Locket, we're Sweet Locket.
Ow.
What happened to you people?
We were attacked by a pack of wolves.
It jumped
tried to
out of
pet
the
them.
sky and bit my leg.
Wow. What, the torches didn't scare them off? Or?
Oh, this torch did good.
It just made him mad.
Hmm.
Rune made him mad. She barked at him.
Ah.
I did growl. It growled at me, and before I knew it, I was yelling, and then it was clapped onto me boot, and then I broke its neck.
Good. You should have let in with that. I digress.
Yeah,
These wolves.
just a little slower than most.
That's all right. Well, let's lick our wounds. Like you said, back up. Leave this place before any more unwanted attention comes. Perhaps we might check out this magic anomaly down here on the other side of the lake before we do, though. I have questions about it. And possibly Thorgar may know something about these items. I imagine he's also well rested at this point, or at least conscious. Has he been up? Is he up? Is he still sleeping?
We haven't seen him.
I hope he's alive. I hope the wolves didn't drag him off into the night. I would be disappointed if they did.
If they did, they were very quiet about it.
Well, they got to jump on you guys.
Well,
Bellows, you didn't take to heart what I said about the whole desensitized and not paying attention thing, did you?
no.
Getting used to it.
They're
No.
just sneaky, huh? I gotcha. Just the sneaky wolves. Anyways, Thorgar, are you out there? Do I have to go rouse this dwarf, or is he?
He's
Okay.
up in a tree, bundled.
Yeah.
We'll flip his hammock.
You flip his dude, he's 30 feet up.
The time is now, old man.
Welcome to the yeah.
He just hits the ground and turns into dust.
Yeah, he just
Fatality.
the equivalent of like a pile of leaves just disperses.
Oh man.
Awful.
So you guys just checking in. Most of you got a long rest, except for Rune, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Um,
Rune's open to sleep on the trip.
Yeah, I'm gonna sleep on the trip too. I did not long rest. I only
Cup-
short rested.
A couple of you got banged up in that wolf fight as well, including Locket,
Yeah.
who's being very melodramatic about it.
God.
Like won't put any weight on the leg, like constantly licking
Owie,
it.
owie, owie, owie,
Just-
owie.
yeah, just
Her tummy hurts, but she's being very brave about it.
yeah.
You were so brave. That's
Yeah.
incredible.
She ends up saying she's gonna go slink off. And let's see what her sleight of hand roll is. Not that she would do anything about like sneaky or anything.
Uh-huh.
Only a 14. So Belanos, you see her like grab an extra boar haunch on the way.
Cool.
Up to you if you say anything.
I'm not going to say anything, but I am going to try to make eye contact with her just so she knows I saw her.
Give a little wink.
Oh, You're gonna attack her pride, huh? Okay.
Perfect.
Oh, her pride isn't happy with you.
Dude, fucking attacks you.
Her ears just like she locks out with you, like stops for a moment, has that little just her ears just kind of go back, and she scowls a little bit as she slinks away.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Oh, perfect.
You know what happens when you catch a cat doing something they know they shouldn't be doing? They blame you for it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Eat a finger and keep doing it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
That's 7 rations you've lost in the night. All right.
Hey, lucky number 7.
Whew. And here we are. So it sounds like you guys are rousing Thorgar, not the bandit at this point.
That's what I want to do.
Um,
I'd like to get them both at some point, but probably
yeah,
got to pick one first.
do we want to do Thorgar first and then rouse the bandit? How do you feel as players?
Thorgar first, just in case anything else happens.
How about Gek and Shuck? How you guys feeling about rousing dwarfs?
Dwarf.
I was gonna say the bandit first, just because I think that's gonna get resolved quickly one way or the other. But I don't feel strongly enough about it to insist.
Good
I'm
point.
open to bandit.
Jikru?
Gek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dwarf.
let's knock on the bandit.
Hey.
Alrighty.
Maybe like Thorgar's not ready to be. He waves me off.
I'd like to look the bandit in the face and go, "Are you sleeping?"
Don't be. What me friend here meant to say is, we brought you breakfast. If ye be wanting it.
I'm assuming you undid their gag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet Rune is over here like, how do you keep gagging yourself?
Let me see how this guy's constitution is holding up. Alrighty.
As long as you get more than a 5, we should
Just
be-
shakes their head at the idea of food at this point.
Sets it aside, out of sight, out of mind. Well, now that you're up, we've been meaning to talk to ye.
They're just listening.
The name is Rune. Figured we could be starting with introductions. What should I be calling ye?
Sorry. Let me grab their name here. I should have pulled this up already. Oh man.
Just
Dwarfy dwarf face.
Yes.
Dwarfy mixed dwarf face. Got it? No.
Dwarf the dwarfiest, huh?
I am bar none most dwarfiest.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Name's Stitcher. There you go. I know you guys always want to know how to spell things.
Ditch. Ditch, you stink.
Well, pleasure to be meeting ye.
Tis no
Just
pleasure
stop.
at all. You beat me, killed my boys, and then you tied me up, dragged me around and making me sick.
Well, you did attack us.
We didn't attack you at all.
Am I misremembering?
Well,
You attacked our friend verbally.
Some very pointed threats were made.
what's
The
done is
threat was
done.
implicit.
What are you doing out there in the woods anyhow? We were told there were bandits in this region. We should be watching out. We moved quick. Me friends, as ye could tell, are a lot less restrained than I am when it comes to their approach.
Everything's fuzzy. It was a nice day. We having picnic. Yes, bandits are in these woods. Should be careful.
I mean, you did threaten to rob our cat friend, Sweet Locket.
Actually, I believe they threatened to sexually assault her, if I recall.
Oh. That's worse.
I don't remember saying anything like that.
Oh,
Who's this
is it-
locket?
The cat. The cat with the bunny.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Tamisha, we're your best friends. We've been your friends for years.
It's gonna take you a little bit to be recovering. I didn't think I hit you as hard as I did. That one's on me.
Last
Where are you
thing I
from?
remember was light falling from sky like the sun.
Um,
That
I
you
don't think it-
technically finished him, but he was dazed after taking that much damage. So he's just also, if you remember how memory works, last thing I
Yeah.
remember was getting hit by that in the head.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember back. I don't think this was the one that Belanos had attacked. Belanos hit the one that was in the tree. Rune
that's Gek.
had
Belanos hit
Okay.
this guy in the dome with a ball of light and gave him a horrible welt, and then you came behind him with a truncheon and finished him off, hitting him.
yes, a ball of light. That it did look pretty shiny from that angle. Well, do you remember where you're from?
Oh, look, why keep me alive out in these woods? Why have you been dragging me around chasing these boar?
So you're not from Nova? Guess that settles that. There's a bounty on some of the bigger creatures in these woods. We are new to these parts ourselves, looking to make a name.
Oh, you're
Seems as how-
slavers then. Looking to good big creatures and sell them, yes?
Do any of the creatures here look like they're alive enough to be selling into slavery?
No, but none of them are very big besides that thing that's been pulling the cart.
Wow.
You... Rune,
I
if
thought-
you don't mind, can
Kinda
I
felt
ask
like the
him?
white boar would. Yeah, Rune will just kind of like go kick some rocks in the corner for half a second. Like, I thought the
Rune's
white
ego
boar was
just-
real big. Yeah.
Before walking up to him, I'm gonna send a message over to Shaska or whisper to him. I don't know what our proximity is. I'm just gonna say, just go with it. Yeah, I mean, we are trying to get into. We thought that maybe these white boar, they seem pretty magical. I thought, hey, maybe we could make a profit off of it. Is that something you're willing to get into? Something you've worked in before?
I mean, you can't really sell dead slaves. at
Well, if they
least.
were alive, if we didn't kill them on accident.
If it's rare, yeah. We could make good money. I know some people who'd buy rare animals. Even ones
do?
just kind of big like these.
Well,
Oh, it's so dizzy.
we've been helping you this so long. Do you happen to remember any of their names or what towns they might be located in?
What? Oh,
The names of the people that you would take these to.
I can't tell you name of contact. You cut me out of deals.
No, I mean, you're with us. We've kept you alive. Why would we kill you after we kept you alive this whole time?
So that I can't tell anyone your names who I would go back to.
How do you know we gave you our real names?
I assume at least that you wouldn't use aliases this whole time, but I guess I
He's
don't
smart.
know. I don't know.
A lot smarter than me. Well, tell you what, I mean, look at this guy here. You think this is to show you that we have no contacts ourselves? We're just looking to open an open business deal.
If you
You
catch,
give us something, we kept you alive, just a tit for tat. One name.
you catch something worth selling to the slavers, I will tell you where to bring it to. Okay?
But point at the big beast.
You're going to sell that?
It's a liability.
Can I jump in?
You guys can do whatever.
I wanted
Probably.
to give especially Alu an opportunity to jump in first here because you've been chomping at the bit to talk to this guy.
Hmm?
But you and Gek, do you guys have any more stuff you want to talk to him about?
Rude's brutally honest. I have some like backline things that I definitely want to ask. But Shaska, if you want to play off of this whole like see how much of an in this guy has with the slaver, kind of suss out from your side, as stereotyping as that is, probably do so first because Rune is like, the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, so like there's a buy-in factor and a trust factor and a guarantee of survival factor, like before we can even get into like the utility of any exchange here, right? And we're kind of at a disadvantage. We're like, dude, we rolled up and just ghosted and we murked his whole fucking squad before they had a chance to actually harm us. Which, like, as players, we know that they were bandit tokens. You know, they were probably the bad guys. You know, do we know for sure? No, but they did like literally open up the conversation with like the threats of sexual assault. So like, I feel no remorse for ghosting these guys. But if we want to like manage something out of this character, I think there might be like an approach that we need to take with this guy.
Yeah, what are you thinking?
So Shaska will kind of walk over, you know, into this guy's field of view and just kind of look at him, you know, look him up over. How does he look? So I need to roll a medicine check.
Not a
Good
bad
cost.
idea. And then also, I did want Gek to roll me one deception check. Most of the stuff was just straight good RP. The only thing that I would want warranted with the deception is, hey, yeah, we're looking to sell our beast of burden. Because I don't think you guys are trying to do that.
Say 15,
Okay,
16.
it's not bad.
Drow are hard to read.
I'm also built for deception.
Yeah, I mean,
you're like
he just gives you
smiling.
that like that squint, like I don't know, but you know, like a slight nod, like oh, okay.
Okay.
And then there was something else going. So okay, he's like, it seems like he might believe you that you're trying to sell it. You guys were going to try and take a different angle or something now, right?
That's all my questions.
Fellows, do you have anything you want to talk to him about?
No.
Oh yeah, the medicine check. Shaska, go ahead and run that.
Yep. So that's an 18.
Whoa.
Not bad.
So-
That's a
He is dazed, pale, dehydrated. He's been puking for days. He's only been able to really keep liquid down. He has rope burns on his bindings. You can see like even his mouth's like getting kind of raw where the pukey bandit gag keeps having to be put. So he is in pretty rough shape, definitely exhausted. And has signs of concussion. So all those
I'm gonna
things.
pull Belanos aside. Belanos, I am no doctor. But if this person is to have a chance at providing us with information at the least, they have a road to recovery to go on, whether that's magical or non-magical. I am no doctor, but
Well, I thought Fogar was dead yesterday, so also not a doctor.
what I'm saying is that any investment we decide to make into his health will enable us to better understand if there is a payoff on the other side. If we don't choose to heal him magically, I don't see his immediate future going very well. There is a chance that if he cannot keep water down for much longer, that he will die out here. That is a thing that happens. If you cannot keep water down, if you cannot drink water, he will be dead in 3 days. And then we will be in a much more difficult position to heal him magically or non-magically. So, Elenos, I may be able to get through to this person and speak to him, and he may be able to help us with some matters. But would you be willing to heal him magically?
If you ask me to, I will. I don't know what we expect to get from him. Apparently he traffics with slavers. I don't know if that's information that we need. Are we intending to break into the business?
Information is information, Shaq. About your allies, about your enemies.
Who's
Melanos,
this Shaq?
who are you?
Shucks.
Don't call me by
Information
that
is-
name.
Yeah.
Not here.
Yeah.
Why do I always do that? I'm so sorry. Anyways, information is information, and right now we need some.
Fine.
It's,
And I will.
as a player, do you have any qualms with burning a spell slot to heal this guy?
No, I'm totally cool with it. Belanos is just annoyed because as soon as he said he worked with slavers, Belanos was like, "We should just kill him." Basically,
Yeah, just murk him.
Yeah, I mean, you're
The one
not
time Belnos is like, "Yeah, kill him." Everyone's like, "Heal him."
not wrong, but
Rune.
if we wanted
we're all
to
sending
get
very
something
mixed
out of him-
messages.
Rune is over here like, yes, but later. Sometimes you let one live so you can kill the bunch of them.
All right, now that I can get behind, and I'll mutter a word in Celestial and heal him for 5.
Rune,
Just out of curiosity, before we do that, was
I
this
am
the
Rune.
guy that like was lewd to Sweet Locket? I think we killed that guy.
Gek
No, I think
immediately
Gek blew that guy
killed
off.
him.
Dude,
Yeah,
he
just
got fucking wrecked.
okay. A few things. There's a lot that just went through. First, I want Chuck to roll me 2d20. Second, I want Rune to roll me a stealth check
Oh, for sure.
for what just came out of your mouth.
Yeah, it's a 9.
I missed what Rune said. Damn.
Belanos dug it. Let me see if this guy picks up on it. I'm gonna roll with disadvantage. I'll even roll publicly.
Ayo.
Ooh, that's exactly what she rolled.
So here's the thing. Rune probably locks eyes, and it's like, if they're not useful.
Okay. So those 2d20 was for Squib. Squib thought that wolf meat was pretty good. Squib thinks pig meat tastes almost just like people meat. In fact, they're wondering if this might be people brains. People
Whoa.
brains! They're like
You know what?
super excited about these pig brains.
That's
Oh, wonderful! I have wonderful news, everyone. It's not pertinent to what we're doing right now, but it is good news. Good
Okay.
news, everyone.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, exactly.
They do call human flesh long pig in some places.
No, yep.
So Squib is ecstatic to eat pig brains. So that's good news for your party. And what you mean is hunts down the rest of them with me? Did
Well-
you not kill all of my friends? Again, I lost consciousness once the ball of light hit me, I think.
We did hit you pretty hard. Now,
Anyways,
To
I
be
just
dir-
did not
be
want to
direct.
sexually assault your cat. I don't even know what cat you're talking about.
that's good. The company that you kept can't be saying the same for them. They're dead, though, so that's where we're at.
Yes,
Kept
I'm
you alive.
confused. Okay.
Be-
So you have big animal you want to sell. You keep me alive because
Well,
I think they just wanted to talk to you.
I wanted to see if he could be useful to all of us. See what you
Oh,
knew.
Okay, you just need information. Why didn't you say so?
We did. You're just a little slow.
I'm very dazed and confused.
You're sitting up a little better now. Do you think he could keep down a little bit of water?
It's probably fine. Just keep the food away from me.
Not.
This foul carcass pile of boar is not helping my senses.
We'll be on the road soon. Get yourself oriented. We don't need to be covering it all now.
You know, you could make me feel comfortable by taking me out of these bindings.
Rune turns to Belanos. Any objections there?
I mean, I don't think he poses much of a threat in his current
Alright.
state.
Turns to Shaska. Turns to Get.
No, that's a not yet.
Not yet.
I wouldn't mind like pulling him aside. This guy,
He
this
just he finally
Stitcha.
you pull him aside, and he finally gets a good look at you, Shashka. Yes, Yonti, you should know about slaving. Why would he need to ask me where to bring this beast? I'd be bringing it to you.
New region.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Dude, Shaska like turns around and looks at Rune like, sorry.
Yeah.
Don't know what to tell you.
Anyways, like, is this guy mobile, or is he like talking to us from a sitting position?
He is hogtied and has been hogtied for several days.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Rune,
Okay.
yeah, no,
He
that's why
is
Rune was
hogtied,
asking.
and you guys have
Yeah.
been just removing this gag and pouring water in.
We'll get him some stretches.
Tries
Look.
anything foolish, Gek or I will blast off some of his extremities.
Mind if I just take him for a walk?
He's like stretching. There's all these like cracks from his spine and shoulders, and just
Yeah.
trying to stand up.
Rune will give you a look, Shaska, that's like just a slight bit of hesitation, but would eventually kind of give you that nod, like I trust.
Say no.
No, Rune's choosing to trust you here. Like,
All right.
Yeah. Trust your judgment.
Sure. So I'll take old boy for a little walk around the lake. You know.
Such beachfront property.
Yeah, you know, just getting away from the carcasses and whatnot.
Nice.
It's like, leave this guy.
Why don't you just drag yourself where you want to be on the map?
Nowhere special.
Just go this way a bit. Like,
Yeah, let's go over here.
Right.
We'll walk this way, kind of go around, stay away from this magic thing. I'm sorry about what happened to your boys, but for the record, 2 of them fled.
right back.
It might be good depending on which ones they were.
They were the 2 farthest back on the log, I believe. 2 farthest back from your location when we unfortunately met.
Zelosic probably got away. Okay.
You know, these things happen. We find ourselves on opposite ends of the field, opposite
actually
ends of the table.
This is a really good spot to do this because you have super loud crows just cawing right above you. Ravens and crows just yelling at you guys, basically, give us more food. So there's a nice sound barrier between you and everyone, just for aesthetics.
Nice. I'm not going to say that I can guarantee your safety, and I'm not going to say that that I have the means to help you, but I'd like to think that I can try. You know, we were all once slaves. That beast we freed ourselves, we killed our slavers, and we're making a life anew for ourselves.
So you're on the run then?
Yes, we're on the run. On the run, and we have not been afforded the luxury of taking many chances. And when we met your group, that was a chance that we couldn't take at the time. And so my associates acted as they did, and the battle went as it did. Again, some of your people left, and these things happen. I have been on many sides of many conflicts, and sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's not. It doesn't change the facts, but for you and for me, this one wasn't. For someone else, it may have been, but that has come and gone.
It is
I
blood
don't
in
have
the
any.
mud. He like raises a hand, still kind of weakly. It is blood in
Blood
the
in the
mud.
mud.
It is nothing new around these parts, especially for men like me. You know, you not
Not
only
just men
escaped
like you.
slaves out in these woods. In fact, I could introduce you to some folks you might get along with well. Other folks end up on the run out in here in these situations. Come together, safety in numbers, coordination, networking. Again, this mud in blood in the mud for the boys. It's more upset about how you've been treated up until now.
Should
I
be.
don't even think I lift dagger towards party in anger or say word. And you treat me like slave. Bind me like hog. It's not good impression. Sorry if that is normal for just gestures at you.
Yeah.
No, I can't say that that was my call or that was a task that I was entrusted with, but I can't change the reality of what you have just said. However,
I'm so curious though, how did you end up a slave?
everybody seems to ask that.
It, again, if I saw you, I would try and make business connection. You know, we don't. You people, they buy so many things that we can find here and get over to the east. But they must have gone sour somehow. Maybe you stabbed someone in the back. It's okay. Everyone out here, living in the wilds, with me and my parties, my boss, because we don't have better place to go yet. So
You know, the one that ties you up and the one that held you like that. Perhaps they can speak to that, and perhaps they can atone, and perhaps they can't. That is not for me to say. But you know, we all began as something else. And this guy is probably on my level. I'm gonna take something out of my bag and show it to him. It's a silver 5-pointed star. And I'm just gonna put it back, whether he knows what it is or not. But that's not me anymore.
let me see if he actually knows what that is. He squints at it. I think I've seen one of those before. I can't remember what it was. So, what... I must say thank you for cutting these bindings. Body feels terrible. My brain is foggy.
I don't have any excuses other than that we have been just as pressed the last 2 days with our current.
What we could do though is you have so much stuff now. All of these boys, so much food. I mean, I could bring you up to the camp. They would welcome you if you were willing to sell at a discount. Maybe these boar. We could talk. I introduce you. Maybe this could be a favor I give you for keeping me alive.
There's a lot of blood in the mud, and I can't ignore that.
It's freeze.
For your sake.
What do you mean exactly? For me, the blood in the mud means, the guy dead, best move on. Not going to kill someone over something that cannot be undone.
They could have been your brothers, your comrades, your friends.
I choose to live.
That you do. Which is why I'm having this conversation with you, which is why I asked my associate to heal you, and which is why I undid your straps, because if you are to have any chance at interacting with us, it should be as a human to another human, or so they say, as folk to other folk.
Person to person, yeah.
Person to
there you go.
person. But don't give him a chance. Maybe take your time with that, but we're still moving and healing too, and trying to figure out who we are and who we plan to be after being locked up for so long. And it sounds like some of those wounds are still healing themselves.
It sounds like your group's blood is not quite in the mud, you say. You are all still fresh. You have raw feeling. It's okay.
So you understand.
It is not my way I like to live my life, but I understand. This is to be careful. This sort of passion for what cannot be changed gets many men killed. Can be unhealthy out here in this dangerous world.
I can attest that it is definitely easier to live without that passion, and that is how I have spent most of my life. But that is not who I am, and I embrace that, with all the pain and the sorrow that it brings.
It is a sad life. Well, I am ready to move on to next steps. I don't know what you want from me. I'm weak, injured. I think if you let me go, I might survive, but a wolf might kill me on the way. It's
Well,
not
as
your...
you may have heard or saw, they tried the same on us. The threats are definitely out there. You know that probably better than I do. My suggestion to you would be keep your eyes open and your ear close to the ground. Learn what you can from these folks and decide for yourself if our operation is something that you want to be a part of. And I will do what I can to ensure that your chance to do so is as fair as possible, and that if you choose to leave, that perhaps you can do so on good terms and equipped to do so. I am not fond of letting folk go knowing that it is to their death. I have seen that too many times. To perpetuate that, and for what it's worth, I'm sorry if any inaction on my part led to your distress that you experienced when you were bound.
Look, it's just to move forward, eh? It's no use. I'm going to try and forget these last few days anyways. It's not healthy to think about. So, if I
Get off from my hand.
just to understand, I'm still your prisoner. If I run, you kill me. You want me to see if I like your friends and maybe join your band. And you don't want to meet my band, yes?
Necessarily. Maybe you don't have to be a prisoner. Maybe we can talk about this. And I think that the idea should be left open. As you might be able to guess, I've met a lot of groups in my life and in my time, and like I said, information is information. I think that we both have something that we can learn from each other, and that our groups both have something we can learn from each other. And perhaps, why don't you be a companion with us on the road for the time being, and we'll see where it goes from there. That's all it has to be.
And where are you all heading? Exactly. So
We're
far, it has
thinking-
been boat trails and mad running through the forest.
We're thinking about going to Nova. We're thinking about possibly going south. Just depends on which way the winds blow.
Okay.
Do you know much about those boar that we just killed, the white ones?
No, no, I have not. It's definitely. They look funny. I've not seen a white boy like that. What about what you say to me? Just going now, even if I am the weak, I try to make it back. Might be easier now if you just let me go. Don't have to talk to that dwarf friend of yours who locked me up for days.
Easier for you or easier for me?
It seemed probably easiest for me, of course. I would like to just go. That one, it scares me a bit.
Rune?
I don't
Is that who he's referring to? Rune?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're too tough for dwarf. And their hands are so sticky. It's...
Oh, you said start anew, right? Why don't we add that to the list?
See, yes, but you see, it'd be much easier for me to never have to look at or smell that dwarf ever again. It brings up all the bad memories of being hogtied, them putting the gag in, them trying to have me drink while I'm unconscious. It's just this blur of days I wish never to remember again.
You don't have anything for that.
Rune's well-intentioned is just like a fever
Irreparable
dream
damage.
nightmare fuel. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to say that there was some intentions with keeping you alive and cared for. However, those intentions were
yes.
gravely misdelivered.
If you can
Yeah,
thank
that's weird.
the priest for me for the magical healing, and whoever contributed to me being alive, I would say thank you to them. But if I'm honest, I prefer just speak to you, you speak to them, then I just go. Maybe there's something I can help you with. Maybe there's something I give you that you just let me go now, and then everything will be good. It's all just blood in the mud on my end. You can have time for yourself to be passionate about the blood in the mud. I can stay away from that other dwarf. You can thank priest for me. I have information. I can give you 2 things if you let me go now.
You hold on to those 2 things, and maybe we can make a deal to convince you to stay on your own accord, which is much different than the current proposal.
Right.
So you will not let me go.
That's not what I said.
In those exact words.
Jaska's like, I don't want to tell you that you don't have a choice, but I want you to think that you do.
So can I take you up on that? Maybe.
Yes.
No. No.
You are heading to Nova. Do you know how long you'd be staying in Nova? I heard
It hasn't been
something
decided.
about selling goods.
It's on the docket.
At least a day or 2 then. This is a large amount of things. You'll need to haggle and move.
Haggle, learn the ways, see if there's any license or permits that are needed for the
Probably
sale
want
of such
to sleep
goods.
on a bed, take a bath, have hot meal, ale.
I've never been keen on sleeping on beds, but the ground
Okay.
does for me. But the rest, I'm sure, yes. You're right that there's more nuance than just a come and go passing fancy.
Passionate about where you sleep is fine. So
It's not passion, it's trauma, but that's okay.
Passion.
is hot trauma. It's okay. How about give you 2 very good important informations. One of them would allow you to find me, or at least find my band. You give them my name, tell them you helped save me. Maybe they be happy. They especially be happy if you bring them goods to sell for cheap. It won't be retail. Let me tell you, unless it's something very hard to come by.
And what goods are you in the market for?
Whatever's from other regions, especially things from the far south, we can sell, travel across, get a lot of money for it. The spices, silk, things like this.
Spice fromage.
As we have spoken with your drow friend about, if you have rare beasts that are alive, those are worth a lot of resources if you can get them over to the far east.
You said you're a band. Are you one of the leaders? The leader?
Oh no, definitely not. If it would be poor leader if I was, yeah. Out in the forest, having a picnic, listening to nothing, tuning out, enjoying the nature, and then getting knocked out in Hogstide. It's bad leadership. So, no, definitely not.
Tell you what.
But this could
Okay.
be one of the favors I give for you. For me to go, I give you my leader's name. He can give you my band's name, and maybe kind of a way to contact them. And then, I think about your offer. I've been with your party a few days. If I want to come find and join you, I can find you in Nova. Yes?
Maybe.
I could even show you a secret of my band that would open doors.
Much of this information doesn't come for free.
No,
and is
this would be
rarely
condition
a
of I get
charitable
to go
gift.
now. I go and I give you these. I
It
think
definitely sounds like it's something you really want to do. However,
yes.
I'm not entirely. I'm just like, what else can I milk this guy for? However, it's not a call that I will make on my own to let you go. Is it something that I could do right now? Yes, but is it a call that I'm going to make? No.
I thought he was leader of this band of not slavers.
Yeah, you know how that goes. I am, but you should listen to your people.
He just looks
Maybe
around
that's
like, oh, you mean you confide with your band and get
Hear
the
them out.
vote on things? Yes.
Oh, you're one of those.
It is slow and arduous decision making this way, but okay. What can I do to help figure out if I can go? I can just sit here. You could. I'd rather not go that way towards this nasty dwarf. With their squeaky voice.
So what I want to do is just reconvene with the group and talk about all the stuff that we've just learned.
Yes, and he is trying to create an opening to run the fuck away for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna let him. So like, I want somebody to basically watch him.
Wait, don't.
Oh, I've been planning this whole time. If he starts to move away at all, I'm killing him.
Why
That's
don't
going
you
quickly.
just shout over at your friends the deal and see how they feel? That would be best for me. That
Would
way
be, wouldn't it?
we can keep the mud and the blood down below, and I don't have to relive the last 2 days so much. Huh? Thank you, priest. Maybe invite the priest over. He seems helpful and nice. He has the warm hands.
So I'm just gonna wave everybody over. everybody.
All right.
And then I could use a little break to go pee. I don't know about you guys,
I could
but
too, for sure.
how about a break? And then we can convene and talk with this guy who wants to run away, who is probably going to give us some
when
bad
he
info.
sees Rune walking this way, he's going to say, "Are you fucking kidding me? Why do you need this dwarf to be in this conversation? Do you think that they're even going to have anything good to say? Can you please just have them go away? Like, I'm serious. I thought we had a conversation. You're trying to have me trust you, and I explained to you something, and you just throw it right in my face. This is not how to be trust." We'll leave it there and come back.
I love it.
This is not how to be trust. Not very trust money.
All right, we'll be back in about 10.
Okay. I'll be next week. Wait here.
Hot take: the new Minecraft update is garbage.
I see.
That's what?
Hot take: the new Minecraft update is hot garbage.
Oh, there's a new Minecraft update, huh?
Yeah, they added architecture,
What is
art
that?
or archaeology,
Archaeology,
Okay.
huh?
and
Right.
it's literally hot trash. And they literally just rigged the mob vote so that the one thing that would go along with the archaeology would win.
Cool.
They gave the whole mob that won like a 2-3 minute section on describing what it does, and every other mob got like 30 seconds.
Huh.
Sounds like a classic election to me.
Yeah.
You show them just enough of the face of what not to vote for, and you focus a lot on the one to vote for. And it's been hard keeping the Slavic accent going.
Almost French.
I keep
But we
slipping
love
in.
it.
I keep slipping into Norwegian and slipping into a little bit of Francais.
Hello,
It's-
everyone.
I-
I am Advocate.
I don't
The
have
red
very
horses
much.
will crush your soul.
I have very minimal hours trying to sound
Okay.
Slovakian. Oh, so got my snacks. How y'all doing? Everybody good? Ready to go and
And
continue?
grand.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's give it a go.
I'm gonna get a couple cheese bites in, and let's just start with you guys conferring. Even though this bandit is like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, okay, yeah, he's surprised and bringing everybody over. You know, I didn't say I had to listen to every one of his whims.
Yeah. That's how
yeah.
you build the trust.
Yeah. You know, it's more about settling this. Like everyone gathers over.
So, what's
Rune.
it hard?
Rune,
That's me.
you know,
I-
Stega
What?
makes a good point. You know, in his last 2 days that he's spent with us, it really feels, well, not only restrained, bound like a prisoner, but treated like a slave. And Rune, that's on you and that's on me. On you for doing that, and on me for not intervening sooner or not stopping it in the first place. I definitely take accountability of that. I don't think that's the type of people that either you or me aspire to be. That's my opinion on the matter. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, sure. I don't really have a problem with not binding folks that we're trying to take with us. It's easy enough.
So how can you make it right?
Make it right. Well, I suppose I could cook something up, or no, he doesn't like food. You know, really beats me. Figure they were a little bit tougher than they
Jeez.
were, but or they, it sounds like they're upset. Oh gosh,
He's right here.
He's hiding around the other side of the tree from Rune as much as he can.
Yeah,
And it's just gonna
oh,
like
gosh.
again, not running, but just trying to like mosey as far away
No,
from Rune.
no. He's not getting far from me at all. No, I'm right next to his ass.
Hey, bud.
Stega, don't go far. It's for your own health.
Not going anywhere. Just
We're
getting
not
away
done.
from this stupid fucking dwarf, whatever.
Oh,
See, the thing is, based on
not
the
not
damage.
the brightest, but Joska, he called me a dwarf. This one sees it. Get good vibes out of this one.
He rolled a
What'd you
natural
learn?
1 to figure out that you're not a dwarf, so he thinks you're just a fucking weird dwarf.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Or so he's like fucking weird, goddamn hate that dwarf, and Rune's like, "Why he sees me? So he sees me as a dwarf. We're making progress." Yeah,
Wait, I
right.
thought you didn't want to be a dwarf. I'm confused.
Rune, have you ever heard of the phrase irreparable harm?
Irreparable harm. I've heard of the phrase harm before. Is that some sort of like really really bad harm, or is that like a type of harm? Is that like what you'd call rope burn, or?
It's like a wound that no amount of magic can heal, no amount of time can scar over.
Wait, so a type of wound that never scars?
That never scars over, that never heals, no matter how much magic. It cannot be undone. What I fear is that the interaction of you two has permanently scarred this dwarf's mind, opinion, and image of you. Do you have any hopes of him joining our party?
Not strongly.
I don't think it's going to work out because his pragmatic approach on things reminds me of how I
Reminds me of me.
in my younger days. And the younger me would not be here. Don't go far! Just kind of like looking at that door. Don't do it!
Can you tell them we're just walking? You got me, please. I don't want to be next to that terrible fucking dwarf.
Don't worry.
Yeah. So made a terrible didn't sit right with them, and they're wanting to go. Did they offer terms, or?
They did.
I'm not really wanting to keep them around. I figured if we subdued them, we might be able to see a little bit more about this region, try and figure out what's what.
And so maybe now we know how to do it next time. Not that way.
Well, all of yours are in the ground, or at least to the carrion birds. Mine's still talking.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
Though he sounds more sassy than anything. So what'd you learn?
So I would share with you that where's my fucking notes? I'm just making sure this guy doesn't run.
I'd apologize to the cat.
Yeah. That he can show us, his captain's name, his band's name, open up a line of trade for us in the future to purchase things like our boar meats, not at retail, but still, spices, silk, anything rare that we have that we can trade can be possibly traded with their band, and a way to contact them, a secret of the band that opens doors. None of it's verified. Some of it or all of it could be a trap, but it's information that we don't have now. That even if we haven't identified as safe information, information is information that is what you wanted, is it not? We have a chance to give this dwarf an opportunity to remember us by something other than his treatment of the last 2 days. And that's what I've been over there yonder by the pond trying to work with him about.
I don't know. It sounds like he has a bandit, or at least he's working with a bandit band, and he has ties with slavers. I think the type of treatment that we left him with seems reasonable to be sticking.
I second that.
But I appreciate that you've been working on mending that and salvaging a situation that I surely mucked up.
So I want you to think about something, Rune. And Belanos, you too. Because I'm not saying that
but
this is the current... I'm not saying this is the current reality, but we all began as something else. That dwarf could easily be a young Yanti boy.
What?
Lost in his ways, who has not yet found his purpose or his reason to live. But perhaps that one critical event in his life changes his perspective and leads to a string of events that changes his behavior, changes his ways, and changes the actions that he takes, with everyone being a pure effort to change who he was. Would you take that chance away from him?
So you're saying we shouldn't let harmful generalizations about an entire group affect how we feel about an individual. That's interesting, isn't it, Squib?
I'm saying that maybe we should give him a chance And maybe I should think of it as a way of paying it forward.
I was muted. Sorry. He definitely responded with people brains. Belanos, I apologize.
People brain.
I was like, I should have got something. Oh, red circle on my mic. That's... Yep. Yeah, he went,
Did
people
Squib say
brains!
something, Belanos? He agreed.
Just how hurtful generalizations can be.
For making exceptions.
That one's a special case.
So, I do believe in giving folks a chance, and that's why I didn't kill him outright myself. Though, I also don't think these sorts of things can be forced on folks. The opportunity can be put there, but change, in me experience, doesn't happen overnight. You can't... Listen, if you try and work really hard one night and try and get everything done, and you exercise all of your muscles hoping you'll wake up much fitter, you're just likely to harm yourself. More than to actually develop the muscles that you're looking to shape. You get what I'm meaning?
I do.
Oof.
Pan over to Gek and this poor boy. He's okay if I talk to this kid, yes? You're not going to hit me with it?
It's just a stick.
Okay.
Dude,
What
he was
is,
in the perfect vantage point to watch you put that stick through a boar's eye.
Yeah. What is this kid's name?
I just kind of go pss, 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 and they respond to me.
Jesus Christ!
Okay.
Yeah.
No!
Gag!
Psst, psst, psst.
I know! Gag!
Kitty.
Jesus Christ.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
I do not like this person.
13 for performance. She's a cat. I'm sorry.
Damn. Damn it, work.
3
Damn.
for Locket. Locket's eyes get all big, and she like hunkers down and like flips down to look, and like peeks over her little ledge. What? The Yonti said one of the people I was having the lunch with said something sexual to you, or something inappropriate. I don't even know who it was, which one. But since your group seems to think I am responsible for what this man says, I want to apologize and say that I'm sorry this happened to you. And if it would have been me, I would not have said such illicit such things in the conversation. So yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. But
Oh, Locket.
you're not my type, and I'm gonna stay in my fort, and you can't come up here.
No boys allowed.
Reasonable.
It's the most cat response ever. Incredible.
Very reasonable.
He just kind of throws his arms up. Okay, thank you for listening.
Noise with my elbow. Like, look.
Yeah. Your name is Gek. Can we just walk somewhere else? This is awkward now. I thought. I apologize for
sure.
something she doesn't even remember happening. Now I don't know if it is even real or if Yonti's just fucking with me.
Jesus Christ.
Get good, move yourself somewhere. He's gonna follow you this time, unless you're trying to go towards Rune and be like, "Hey, can we just not?"
Oh yeah, I'll take him like this way.
Dude, that is a mood. It's not like
Cool. Yeah. And then we'll pan back down to you folk for a bit. I may zoom back in on Gek momentarily, but you guys are deliberating.
And so I'm talking to Belanos and Rune. What I'm proposing is that if he stays with us, he doesn't stay shackled, which means he would likely try to run off into the night. So at that point, why bother trying to keep him? Why don't we send him on his way equipped with something to get him through, something to remember us by, and with the information that he has promised. Again, whether that information is as good or bad. And I have already apologized to him. He doesn't want to hear it, Rune, but I want you to apologize to him as well if you are truly sorry. If you're not, then, well, don't say something you don't mean. But if you are, as I am...
What should I be feeling sorry about?
Because he wasn't sufficiently pampered during his time as a prisoner.
Yeah! It's the principle of the matter, Belanos.
Oh, the cries.
I like to think that Rune understands, and if Rune doesn't, that's fine,
Rune,
Belanos isn't wrong from Belanos' perspective. Like, I think it's quite funny.
All I'm gonna say, listen, you're both more worldly than I am. But if we hadn't been there and Lockett actually had been alone, do you think that situation... How do you think that situation would have played out?
That's the thing, we don't know.
Okay.
But we can assume, right? What we don't know is, like, if this guy's telling the truth or not. Just like he doesn't know if we're telling the truth or not. But, like, we can just kill him, or we can take him on his word and kind of see what side quests that develops, right?
Or he can submit to my spell, and we'll know if he's telling us the truth before he departs.
Ooh.
He can choose to submit to my magic.
Ooh.
Oh.
Choose to submit.
So, he could make sure that what he's telling us is right and proper. I guess I could say sorry for binding him up, so I just didn't expect him to be so delicate.
He seems a little delicate.
That's on me. That's on me. That's my fault. I forget how strong I am sometimes. It really is a problem. But I could be saying sorry for that. We could be sending him on his way after he tells us what's what. Don't have very many doubts in my mind that if he does tell his band and gets back to his band about us, well, they're probably gonna draw weapons. And we can go from there. Maybe we'll have a good row.
Maybe we might get more loot. But there's a chance that,
That's
like
dark.
any plan, there's risk. There is great risk here. But
they could barely set up a picnic without falling dead over one another when we came into
True.
the clearing. I don't feel like there's much of a risk here. I mean, maybe, but why would I hate those? Yeah, seriously, it's rude. Why would I hate those that are weaker than myself? Pathetic. Oh, man, that's rough.
Well, whatever we decide to do, I think he might appreciate it if we passed Rune's apology along for her, and Rune just stayed.
I know he doesn't want to hear it. I kind of want to make Rune apologize in person just because I'm a fucker. But
you should tell him that I'm actually a manling. It's he
won't believe me. He's utterly convinced.
Real interesting. He thought I was a dwarf. I just puffed his chest a little bit. Nah, not a dwarf.
You're not a dwarf.
No, I'm a manling. But
Right.
you can tell him that. Right?
Velanos, I want your buy-in because I respect you, and I think that you're a good person to have around. I want you to consider your little squirmy friend, who eats brains via murder. Not all the time, but usually via murder. And that we are giving him a chance, right? Is that fair to say? We're giving him a chance, and we're trying to see the good in this creature, even though it's very difficult. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not convinced yet, but I haven't rendered judgment. I'm waiting to see this creature surprise me.
Oh, oh, that brings a few things to mind.
I hope that it doesn't surprise me in the night on my face.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a risk that I am tentatively taking, not because I trust it, but because I trust you. And Chuck, Bella knows.
Nailed it. There you go.
I'm asking if you can do the same for me.
No, I don't think we should kill him in cold blood. We should just let him go, but I'm not doing it out of any sense of hope for him to turn his life around. I just want him gone. And murder's a really judgy word for Squib just eating the things that we kill.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's actually a lot of protein if you cook brain up, right? I mean,
Just because he eats a part that you don't normally eat doesn't make it any kind of moral failing on his part.
How does he eat people brains in the wild?
They're already dead, aren't they?
You know, I
He
don't
didn't
know
do it.
how this would eat people's brains in the wild. It's got those
I have
little
I have an
arms.
inkling or two.
He hasn't himself personally hurt any people since we've known him.
That might
Maybe
be a
one of
good
the real
transition.
monsters here.
It's a good transition over to Gek, I think. So your name is Gek. Why do you stick around with these people? The Yonti is trying to convince me to join your band.
Couldn't tell ya. They made a promise by me. It's the only reason I'm staying at this point. Hasn't really come to fruition yet, but hasn't been long since we've made the promise.
Makes sense. You have a fresh purpose you want to fulfill. My camera's gotten fucking blurry again. Why do you do this?
Will you do this?
I turned off autofocus. You should just stay where I put you.
Oh, that was cool. It zoomed in on.
It zoomed on the beard. Romp.
Yeah.
That's where it should be focused. It's right in the money shot. There's a beard in the middle of my camera. Anyways, it's good not to break a promise if long as you mean the promise when you make it.
And at this point, the only one I could trust to keep that promise is the manling rune.
This fucking monster dwarf thing.
Yeah.
Aye?
Minus 15 affinity.
Exactly.
He's the only one that seemed to care the most when I brought it up. Not many people in my life have cared about me, so...
Okay. It seems like this dwarf rune, they have the extreme passion. Either it's all they love or all they hate, then, yes?
I'm going to be frank with you up front. I don't think the way he treated you was anywhere near where the way you're thinking he wanted to treat you. He cares about our safety, and we didn't know you, but he knew he wanted to help you. Whether that was, I guess, I mean, like you said, we killed all your friends, at least most of them.
It's not friends, don't. It's just bloody in the mud. But
Okay.
you can call them just companions.
Companions?
Yeah.
Okay. We've killed your companions. Rune was the only one to even think straight for a moment. Maybe we should spare some of them. talk to them. I blew one guy's leg clean fucking off.
Yeah, you really did, but
I heard the threat myself, and well, I go by the orders of my friends.
just a
And
shame.
Rune was the only one rushing in, trying to keep you alive.
I'm sure if whoever did say these stupid things to these kids, if they known that a powerful drow like yourself was in the bushes, he would not have said such things.
Ah, but that's the point. Sorry, he's over here like
accountability.
Flattery doesn't work on me. So you can say powerful drow and all that, but it goes over my head. I'm not setting you free till the snake one tells me to.
Exactly. Just fuck. It's okay.
But I'll tell you this. It's a rough start. You can stay if you want, but you don't have to. I'm not gonna fucking kill you. I would've 5 minutes ago. I'm not gonna let you leave, but I'm not gonna kill yous. I can see it. Well, I can't, but Cass can. You just want to survive. And your best bets until you get better is gonna be with us. Get yourself better, and I'm sure they'll set you free and do your own wishes. You can't be going out in the street.
Roll me a persuasion with that last bit.
Nice.
Like,
just let me die away from you weird
You
fucking...
13, alright.
I like to think that the bless is you just got that extra sultry stubble going on. Like
Oh.
I will call you Geek then, not Drew. Geek, you're a man of holding promises. And I can respect this. I also can do the promise too. Can you promise to please at least protect me from your friend who you made a promise with, this rune creature? If say if I must be killed by you folk, that you be the one to do it. I trust you can do it quickly.
just stick my hand out.
He spits in his hand and throws it out for the shake.
Now don't make me having to go and keep true to that promise. Get better. They're good folk. And this is simply a misunderstanding, okay?
I will think about this offer to ride with you to Nova. God damn it, I'm going Norwegian again. Stop it! It's so hard to hold it. Ah! Fucking Norwegian. I have so much. I practiced so much like Norwegian accent for that season 5 campaign. I didn't get to use any of it. Anyways, I'm not convinced that it is safe for me here, especially if, as you say, this rune dwarf, if he trying to keep me alive, is what got me so hurt in the first place.
He's right, you know.
I might be more willing to stay now, though. I thank you, Gek, for your straightforward honesty. It makes conversation so much faster. And you are right. I just want to survive. And we'll pan
Just
back.
keep in mind, this is my opinion. I can't speak for them. But I will keep true to my promise if it comes to that.
It is all you can do, eh?
Eh?
Thank you. All right, party. Rest of.
Party hardy.
Where have you all landed? What is the plan on your guys' end? You have to talk with Gek, of course, too. But what?
Yeah. I say we give him the choice. offer to let him stay right with us. We can be providing food, protection, bring him with us to town. We also, if they go, I want to be hearing from them about this group they said and whatever that secret inn was she shared. I don't feel too strongly either way. I don't be fearing them. But what do you want, Belanos?
I believe I've made my position clear. I prefer
Yeah.
he just leave.
Fair. Chaska?
I think that the information should be exchanged, and past that, he can go with our blessing, with some equipment, or he can stick around and at his own, I guess, at his own. What am I trying to say? If he wants to stay,
It's his free will.
it's his free will. You know, I don't expect him to
wrap their mind around
Just
free
throw-
will. You're like,
So you just
so in character.
you're stepping back from prison
As long as
guard.
I pop.
Yeah, you're giving it back to
Yeah.
the fates.
Giving it back to the fates. Like, if you want to leave, you can leave equipped, or you can run off into the night when you're not equipped. Like,
Yeah.
That's
fine
my
by me.
vote, because we can't keep him as a prisoner. Like, there's no. It just doesn't feel right to Shaska, given how it's been framed.
I don't want to be a prison guard. I don't want to be a slaver. Never should have bound him in the first place, and I will be apologizing about that. That one's on me. It doesn't sit right with me, but it came too naturally. In terms of the, what? Well, if we do let him run off into the night, if their boys are anything to go off of, they should be real good at running.
Shit. Yeah.
All right.
Are we
see what-
prepared to accept the risks of letting him go?
Oh, I can't wait. You said I can't call myself Greed Slayer yet, but this might be a start.
I'm not disagreeing with you. So,
Soon as I'm bound in scales, you won't be able to stop me from getting a cool nickname like you, Slytherin Step.
Slytherin Step. And Gek, you spent a little bit of time with him. Has your opinion changed on the matter?
Let's just say you guys meander closer back.
Yeah.
Unless Gek, you want
Never-
to do a message thing, it's up to you. But
Or I can walk to you,
I
if
think
we don't want Rune to be close.
Now
he-
Rude is gonna be doing the in the back, kicking the fucking rocks.
you should. He's scared of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably
Um,
rolled a nat 1.
It sounds like he rolled many.
This is
in
some
that
nat 1 behavior, and I
Yeah.
love it.
So
Rude will be in the background, down the slip.
he's just kind of like sitting up against this tree right here. And thank you, Geek. I'll just sit here. They're not going to run. He even takes his shoes off. If this makes you feel better.
Whoa.
It is in his hands, but if he dies, I do it, okay?
Whoa. What?
And, Rune, give him some space for a few days. Let him get to know you from afar. Let him approach you.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, his skin was so soft and delicate, and for binding him up. No, I'm sorry for binding him up and treating him so poorly. That's on me. Yeah, yeah. He could be doing whatever. I never wanted to hold any ill will against him.
Is what I told him, but he needs some time to recuperate. His brain is almost like me, but in the sense of fear,
Yeah,
as mine is not just untrustingable. His is fear.
Well, Thank ye. I guess that's not the worst emotion somebody's felt towards me. I just remembered though, we packed up all the boar. We still need to get the rope. I got some busy work I need to be doing. I trust you all can sort this out. I'll get the cart ready to go.
Just runs.
Rune, you
No.
made the right choice at the right time. It just wasn't the best choice in time. Don't be doubting yourself in the futures.
Well, won't be tying people up. But
Never
it's
say never.
not gonna stop me from giving them a good whack. And for what it's worth, I do want to get myself a nice pet sometime. Not like people folk pet. Some people are into that sort of thing. Not at all.
Christ.
Rune, load the cart. Load the cart, Rune. Just load the cart.
Mute him right now. Mute him.
No, what I'm saying is, I wanted to get a doggy.
That
and
dwarf
then
is gone,
then
man. He just ran.
Here's
Fuck.
what you hear.
No
Telling
shoes.
us you caught this. As like Rune
He
is
heard
walking up.
every word with a nat 20 perception.
So Rune is talking about like I wanted that doggy, but then it started smoldering and
You get like a little rock hits the back of your jacket.
Throw my
Yeah.
hand at him.
Yeah. It's like, you fucking see?
Rune's
Well-intentioned.
just saying
Oh, I won't wrap you up anymore, little one. I'm just gonna put a leash and a collar.
Rune's over here like I want to get a pet dog, but in the scariest way possible. I fucking do it.
Since we're on the topic of pets.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
great. That's Rune's exit strategy.
Okay, now that you gave Stetcha a fear of dwarves as a dwarf.
It's so good. This is how you play 8 charisma.
Oh my god. It hurts.
Wow.
I'm gonna turn around to him and just do this.
It's the Home Alone face or whatever that is called. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, man. I can put you in some gear. I can give you a little bit of scratch. We can exchange information. And you can go as you please. Or we can exchange information. You can keep a healthy distance from that one who is trying to apologize, but I'm not going to go there. It sounds like you heard those words. And perhaps we can move past this, or perhaps you can enjoy the modicum of safety that our party may bring to you. Whether or not you believe that or not, is not my. I don't have control over that.
Look, this Gek, he and I make promise in the maybe your name again.
My name is Shaska.
Yes, Shiske.
Shaska.
Yes. In the priest name.
That's up to them to decide if they release it or not.
The Belinos, as they just said.
Yes.
Will you both also make sure that this rune does not tie me up again, or tie me with the rope or the collars, then turn me into their dog pet?
Edward.
Is this something that is agreeable to you? That you will try to prevent this rune character from tying me up or putting the ropes on me like a dog?
Yes, I don't think either of us want to see what that would look like.
And Ziske, will you try to stop Rune from doing these things to me again? Or in the
It won't
future?
happen again.
In this dog collar thing? This
Won't
leash?
happen.
Good.
The only way that would happen would be if you attempted to harm us.
See, this is
It
not
was
okay with me
unjust.
because, there is much other any ways that you can punish me for these things, and this is what I ask this exclusion of. You don't do this. This is the one thing you will promise. You don't
As a
tie me
player,
up.
I was not picking up on that. So
he's
if,
just saying
if you
don't bondage play not okay. That's what he's trying to say, and he's trying
got
to
it.
make sure
Dude,
that you
can
guys
literally torture me, but whatever the fuck that thing is, nah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have my word.
let this be PSA. Bondage, though well intended, can be dangerous. You must make sure that you have proper safety measures in place, checking on each other frequently, making sure if you do tie someone up, they're not back down, things like that.
That you don't forget about them in some dusty cellar.
Yeah.
This has been a Walmart ad.
Then yes, you have my word.
Okay. A little bit of the first relief anybody's seen on this guy's face since you've untied him.
Oh, do you like sake? You can't be in a group without trying this sake.
Maybe.
I
don't know if
prefer
that's
him
fair.
not to. I've been learning how to use it to see things that might help us in the future.
Hey,
We only got a little left.
He probably doesn't want it anyway.
as much as I would love a drink, I think I will wait until we get to town. I think it's safer that way.
So you intend to come with us?
I think so. Yes, like I was speaking with Gek, my goal is just not to die a terrible death out in these forests today. So, as you saw, we are bringing in predators from all directions with this giant pile of meat, and all the fucking birds in the sky is not helping. In fact, we should probably go and let Dragon come by and check it out.
We're making our way there.
Oh, it's so good that Rune isn't there right now.
So yes, I think deal is good. I think is I discussed Ziska. I will tell you the two things, and you will help get me to Nova safely and let me go with some little bit of supplies to be okay. Yes, they sound good to you. I
Just to
promise
recap,
this information is good.
the things that we agreed on was more info on the other folk that escaped the slavers, an offer to visit their camp if we chose to take them up on it, offer to do trade at a discount, which includes the trade of rare items, and the leader's name and their band's name, a way to contact them, and the secret of the band that opens
security
doors.
card number.
Yeah,
That's what was drawn from him
It's-
in his attempts.
It's all crammed together in two things, but yes, essentially,
I'm
all
just-
that can be accomplished with his two things he has in his mind.
Let's go.
Okay,
Do we want to get that from him in a zone of truth?
if you want to cast this magic on me, I just ask you don't tie me up with ropes.
Yeah, if he's willing to agree with it, I don't think
Yes.
that's unreasonable to ask for that.
I
We
am
will
not
not-
trying to lie to you, and this is not a problem. It's not first time.
Oh, it's not your first time
Damn.
being.
Damn, dude. Interrogating. First time. No.
Do you guys need help?
Blink twice if you need help.
Didn't know the black hand was all the way out here. God.
This Belinos, what do you need? Is this this area of truth spell that they use sometimes?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, it's been a long time, but I will try to relax and give permission.
Does anybody else want to be in the zone of truth to assuage him or anything?
I'll do it.
Anybody else?
What's at a game?
Getting
What's the
rope out
point
of
of
a
being in
tree.
the zone of truth as well? Just to
It's
allay
just
him.
You have to tell the truth, but you don't have to answer if someone asks you a question.
Can you throw the spell in the chat just for their sake?
Yes. 1 second.
They also have the flicker candle thing.
Shaska is noticeably wary of the zone of truth.
Yeah, dude, Shaska's like on the outside, laid up against a tree, like, you're doing it, you got it.
It's a pretty cool spell you got there, Bellows. Woo! Zone of truth, classic. Super weird.
So basically, if you're in the radius, you have to succeed on a charisma save to tell something that is a lie. This gives me a great opportunity to bring up that lying is complicated. I'm going to try and dumb it down as much as possible. But as you guys know, if someone believes what they're telling is truth and all these layers of delusion, repression, yada, 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 lying is complicated.
Ah, yeah, see old Jarlaxle.
The base definition of a lie is false information, which is silly. So, anyways. So, yeah, they agree to be in this zone. Thor guy's like, cast that away from me, please. I do not consent.
What are you hiding, Grandpa?
3,000 years of shit.
Grandpa committed war crimes.
Never know, man.
How about
Grandpa
I
used
just,
the
old
mustard
doesn't mean
I'll
Yeah,
they're
just put
innocent.
him right here. This is like a nice little stage.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Womp.
Holy fuck. Woo!
Rune over there hiding behind a tree. I like
Rune
it.
is up in the tree getting the ropes out. Like,
Just bear crawled up.
yeah, Rune's just gathering the supplies to make sure we don't leave anything behind, doing like that last camper check.
Okay.
You can cut it if you need to. I can fix it.
Some of the crows fly over. They seem to be kind of following Gek. All right. Zone
the sake of-
truth. What's up?
I'll step into the zone of truth, although
Yo.
I'm not comfortable in it.
Okay.
But I'm doing
Nobody
it to
will
try
be
to.
compelled to reveal more than they want to. This
You got
is
high enough
only
charisma.
This is only so that we can verify the information that we get is, as far as we know, correct.
Okay. His spell's working, yes. I feel this tingling in the back of my head. I assume this is it.
Yeah.
It's like what if you run in the clean clothes for a long time and you know you don't want to touch another person because the zip. It's kind of like this. Anyways,
Zip.
Zip.
Yes.
so,
Yes. The zip.
Okay, so does he deliberately fail the save?
Yeah, he just opts in.
Okay.
You can feel it.
Who else is taking the hit?
I think
Oh,
Gek was the
Gek is.
only person who took the hit. Shaska is standing in the zone. But
Uh,
as mentioned, you are not comfortable, so you're probably like, hold on to my cards, but I'm in the table. That's what
Yeah,
I'm imagining.
I'm gonna roll for it.
Just to show it's working, my name is Bob. And, or I guess my name is, like, he can't actually say it, so this is not
Yeah,
the candle. So my name is, Jesus
Wow.
Christ, Jessica, tell a lie.
Shaska kind of wants to be a shit.
Do it, tell
That's
a lie.
My name is G. My name is G. All right, my name is Root. Fuck, my name is Shaska.
So Shaska is pretending to be within the zone of truth with their nat 20 charisma save to lie. I love the
Nice.
layers. What if Shaska convinces himself that he's in the zone of truth?
Don't do that to
Can't
me.
lie.
But which one's the real dandy? All right, so
That's the
My
bad
name is
baby.
okay.
My name is Git.
Get. There he is, the man, the legend.
My name is Mickey Steelblood.
My
How you
name
spell
is
that, Nikki? No.
my name is
Is it-
Steshke. Um.
Really?
Okay, so this band I am part of is actually pretty large band. It's a big deal in this area. You'll know we are called Obsidian. It is pretty cool name. It the sharp rocks, the dark undertones is very edgy. But
Damn.
yes, I think it's because the leader is Roderick Blackthorn. He kind of liked the thematics with the old name, Blackthorn line. Some say it's supposed to be very important, but he's a bandit lord now, so who knows? But yes, Roderick Blackthorn, notorious bandit lord. Some call him hero, some call him villain. I call him boss. So that is band that we are a part of. So this it is secret and not a secret. Yes, people don't quite understand how this works, but we have important banner. If you know how to draw it properly, it can open some doors for you. If you see this banner, it usually means that you can find at least a representative of Obsidian, or it's just some kind of what you call it graffiti after a raid. So it's kind of the mark of the band, you can say, and if you draw it right, in the right person, it open the doors. So I will try to describe it, and I don't have the colors, but does someone have something I can to draw with? Maybe some charcoal and something.
I have seen Rune with such instruments.
I don't want to use theirs.
Shit.
This Belinos, you have something? Yes, I see you have books.
Yes, I do have. I have some.
Thank you.
I think I just have like quills and shit.
This is very nice. Thank you. It's fine. It's just thick, soft paper. Okay. It's actually really nice paper, Belinos. Good for you. He must be yeah.
Very successful
Right.
paper man.
So
It do be like that in D&D though.
yeah, he starts
Honestly.
he starts trying to draw here. So he sees it's a black circle. Yes. In the rimming, the bottoms and the sides is you normally use this light gray kind of in this U shape. Yes, it represents the mountain range. In the so he's basically drawing. He drew like a big circle. He's kind of filling it in with the ink. In the middle here, you do kind of a. Some people call it the blue smudge. It's the shape of the big lake inside of the bowl. And then right in the middle of this blue circle is little other circle. It's a white dot in the middle. And then at the base of the blue smudge between the mountains and the lake, there's you draw a tree. It's supposed to be blackthorn tree, but it's difficult to draw sometimes. This is the secret symbol. This is the way to get doors opened.
And this
Yes?
would be received. This would be looked upon favorably.
If drawn well in front of right person, yes. And of course, you tell them that you were shown this by me, did you? And that you're looking for trade. You have rare goods, this sort of thing. Some of the associates, they have connections to all sorts of business and trade.
This guy gets commissioned, don't he?
Yes. So, we good? Yes, this good information for you. You happy?
Adonis looks at Shaska.
I have more questions.
More questions.
If we all in this circle, actually, I have actually really big questions for all of you. And as much as I hate to say it, maybe someone pass the question over to that thing over there, the trees, just in case.
We'll scrabble.
This is Can I just ask you all a question, since we're going to be traveling, yes?
Yes?
Okay. It's hard to normally we ask these questions in kind of the opposite circumstances, you know what I mean, with you being in the prison cell or captured, or we pay you the gold. But he's probably okay. He's probably fine if I ask like this. It probably won't come back to bite me in the future. So my boss, Blackthorn, he's on very, very important mission. This is why he bring the band together. You see, there is this lost hall of the ancient times. It's said to have some kind of secret key or some type of thing. Anyways, Blackthorn, he looking for this lost Raven whore of Kazdakar. He's been lost.
Yes.
Yes, what? Yes? Yes.
Go
Sorry,
on.
continue.
Yes, indeed.
I'm just, that was just totally purposeful.
Okay.
I'm gonna quiet back down. Please continue.
Do you know how to find it? Do you know anything about where it could be? Do you know any? Oh no, we are looking for all sorts of things. This newfound ruins, caves unexplored, knowing people who say they've been there. The sort of thing is extremely valuable to Blackthorn. So, if you give me this to bring back to him, I bring you back great reward.
Nope, I don't know how to get there.
I don't believe that any of our group personally know how to get to Kazakar.
We don't, but we've heard of it.
We've heard of it. We know that it was lost 3,000 years ago.
Yes, it's a great tragedy, apparently.
Yo, Thorgan up in the trees like,
I'm about to roll for them, for sure.
yeah.
So,
It is information that we're interested in as well. However, that information is elusive and protected.
There you go. Well said.
Shaska can say whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah, Shaska can say whatever he wants, but he's like, he's protected.
Well, if it wasn't, you would know it by now.
He's lost and protected are two different things. There's something guarding this information, yes?
You don't think there isn't?
It's over here like me, bitch. No.
Just,
Square up.
seems like you might know something that you don't want to say, but it's okay.
Maybe I do.
Maybe
Which
you
is
do.
why maybe it's another reason that you stick around with us.
Already decided to ride with you guys.
Maybe it's
Gek
another
and I.
reason that you should stay.
Yes, I'm going to stay. As I've mentioned, I am going to stay with you guys
Maybe
on
you
the
should
ride.
stay.
Exactly. Okay.
What
Is it-
direction is your boss looking in?
He's searching entire Boundmount, starting at the base rim of the mountains. We have lots of our resources looking for things. It is top priority. So, you have anything that I can bring back to Blackthorn? It would be step in good direction with me and you all. If you have something to share it, please. Okay.
You stick to the south.
Thanks. Okay. Anything else you needed from me? Well, we
Sorry, as
held
a
the
player,
spell.
it's like you should continue your search in the southern direction.
Yep, he just said like, okay, to that.
All right, Doug.
Yep, that's fine. If that's he's just like, all right, this guy doesn't actually know anything.
Now, Thorgar has woken up and has been listening for a little bit now.
Yeah, dude.
And the tired old man kind of speaks up.
Just
Can't
did now.
even remember what accent I was trying to do with them. I was like,
It's like tired.
It was
Old
just
half
tired old
dead.
man.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a Slavic accent. I know that. What do you mean you can't find cars in the car? This
Gramps?
been lost for 3,000 years. Big cataclysm changed the entire face of the bowl. This mountain shifted in a fucking gigantic cataclysm. Most dwarves, ran to south or on the other side of the mountains. Many dwarves die.
We weren't going to tell you.
The riveting tale.
How long ago? Let me roll a heart attack check.
Yeah, dude. If he rolls
Yeah.
one, I'm gonna laugh so goddamn
No,
hard.
do it.
13 on the die. He definitely grasps their chest for a second. Just kind of hurts.
I'm sorry, Thorgar.
Um,
Didn't want you to hear it like that.
3,000 years. 3,000 years. It's been
Yeah,
lost.
that magic thing we pulled you out of, it was keeping you alive. I saw it with this magic sake.
What? Just
Sorry, I'm compelled to tell the truth.
Quickly, Setcha.
What
After this,
is-
I'll
what
drop
is-
the spell.
what is this dwarf's freaking out for? I don't understand.
Before
He's
I drop
very
the spell,
tired.
quickly, I just want your word that you don't intend to betray our trust in any way.
What?
What?
What trust?
Damn!
Just that we will leave you among us untethered, and we won't give you to Rune.
That
Pretty
is
agreed on that.
that is me trusting you. But what do you ask of me? What exactly? That's I have given you this information. I'm not going to stab you in your sleeps, if that's what you're wondering.
That works for me. The fact that you
go,
just said that in the zone of truth. That satisfies me.
if this
Got
group
me
goes
sleeps.
sour and this scary rune creature won't leave me alone, I may change mind and go wander off and get eaten by wolves. Is this what you want me to say?
Yes, perfect. Thank you. And then I'll dismiss the zone of truth.
Love it.
All right, so now that we can actively lie to you,
Old man dwarf, what is wrong with you? What do you not know about Kaznakor? Every dwarf knows about Kaznakor. At least every wolf down here and these smelly dwarves in the mountains.
Of course he knows about Gaznakar.
Can we nail down what this place is called? Because we keep calling it different things.
I
Cars
can't.
the cat.
Cars to cash the chasm. There you go. Kaza Dakar.
Okay.
Cars the car.
Excuse my inability
As
to say
well.
words.
Everybody knows about the cave.
That is the oldest BotA meme. Okay.
Hey, it's
It's
only
not
but a
even.
goodie,
I wasn't even streaming then. Like that. That's not even on
Only-
YouTube anywhere.
but a goodie.
Okay.
Everybody knows about the cars the car.
All right.
Just as a heads up check in,
Mhm.
I have about 30 to 45 minutes left before I have to call it myself.
That's not a bad timeline. So, old dwarf be shook.
I think there's no way getting around this information not being divulged. One way or another, like, old guy's not gonna not talk about Kaznakar.
So, we've got two options that I see to. We can either hash that out with him now, or you can be like, "It's okay, Grandpa. Here, drink some brandy. Go back to sleep. Yeah, we'll talk about this tomorrow." Those are your two options, basically.
I say we just put it all on the table. I don't think we're gonna get off on the right foot if we don't. I think it's just gonna end up worse if we don't.
This
Yeah.
is. This is.
I don't
Also a
think there's
pretty
any-
big in. Like,
How about you,
I don't-
J. Crew, how you feel about it? That I've hiccups.
About killing him?
About hashing this out with Thorgar right here, right now, while he's talking about it, versus trying to nurse him back to sleep.
Gek is on an honesty streak, so
Because we've already delayed it twice, and now, like, the information has been divulged in a way that we weren't, like, in control over, unfortunately. So the cat's already out of the bag.
Gek is okay.
It's that hospital scene where the patient wakes up from the coma and realizes their family's dead, and the nurse comes in with the go back to sleep juice, and he looks over at the doctor like, "Am I putting them back to sleep?" I'm the nurse with the syringe. So
shit.
you just tell me.
Gek is definitely he cared more about the guy's health, but he doesn't really give a shit about Thorgar now.
Yeah.
He just wanted
He's-
the guy to stay alive.
He's stable. Oh, he had a heart
Yeah.
attack. It's okay.
So, I don't really care. Sorry,
Dude.
I've never heard of the place.
yeah,
Mm.
dude, shit ain't lit. Like,
Just-
other priorities. Try to find dad.
Re-clarifying, Shuck, how were your feelings on it? Let's go for it.
Oh, I don't think we can unring this bell.
No.
Yeah.
You can pause it, and that's about it.
We can
Dude.
slow.
Yeah.
I like how you use Rune as a threat. Like,
It's pretty great.
we'll see. We'll do it.
Fuck. Okay.
Gloves are on. Look, Stegos. Stega, not Stegos.
Stetcha.
Stetcha.
My name is it's literally on the fucking token now. You can just look on the map on the roll 20 and you can read my name.
Yeah. And what's my name?
It's
Shiske?
Shiske.
Yeah, keep working on it. Stegos.
Stegos. SpaghettiOs.
Biscotti. Oh, Biscotti.
All right.
Look, you won't even believe us if we tell you. But I'm willing to try. He is from another time. We saved him from magical bindings that preserved him. He knows of the place and knows of it well. However, he is very old, he is very weak, And he is just now hearing about this for the first time, as the words have exited your lips. He is in shock. He needs time. This is a delicate situation that requires a deft touch. For now, if you want any hope of reclaiming this place, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you should try to consider Thorgar is going through a lot right now, and we should support him and support his health and his well-being. Everything else can come later.
This is it's kind of fascinating. You know, I'm thinking this is the fates, actually. This moment we are coming together. You see, this old dwarf here, this Storgar, he might have the key to finding these holes that we've been searching for. This might be why I am alive, is just to connect with this man here.
You can thank Cass for that.
Not Mitkiss.
She's in my head.
You did. It's just you don't know it yet.
Yeah.
We all went through
She's
this
an oracle of the
initiation. I'm
fates.
sorry.
What? You have his oracle?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
there's
the one
two
that said I
people
should like you.
in his head. There's Gek and then there's Cass.
This Gek, he say this, the oracle likes me. This oracle wants me to be here.
She likes your pragmatism.
It's good enough.
I'll take it.
Okay, so do we tell him and we ask him questions? Yes.
Not yet. No.
Oh yeah, you need to let him sit on that one, I think, for a minute. Let me tell you, when I found out my parents died, ooh, baby.
Ooh-wee.
Pats on the back. Just, it's a terrible tale. I'm sorry. Anyways, like I said, your words were literally his first knowledge of such events. I wish I could have gone back in time and changed the delivery, but here we are. So if you don't mind, I'm going to try to comfort this old man.
Okay. He's your friend. Just don't tie him up. Can I at least go and get something to drink, try and clean my clothes?
You are not a prisoner.
We have a chest of water.
I'm aware. I've heard it laid open and closed many times in the last couple days.
If you want something that doesn't come out of that lid, we have other beverages too.
I will just poke around. Thanks.
Well, you've got free reign. You can pick some equipment if you'd like and gear up. Plenty to go around.
Let's see if I even can fucking find things. Am I stupid with my concussion? Not enough stupid. His concussion wasn't as bad as mine. Alright, so
Good, because it was fucked.
I couldn't find my car where I parked it for 8 months. Even if I just
great.
walked like 100 feet. It was so bad. Anyways. So yeah, he goes over and finally he finds these and then parts the ghillie suit and goes into the cart and starts rummaging.
Yeah, that's right. It was a camouflage.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So Thorgar is kind of half sitting up. He's got his weight on his elbow in his hammock. He's looks pretty stressed. What is to do, you guys? What do?
I'm gonna call over to my resident dwarf to hey, anything you can think of that might help him in this time of need? Yeah, you, Roan.
Yeah. You're asking me to be.
What do dwarves do when they're sad?
Oh, he's a manling. How would he know?
Ah,
It purpose. Trying to build some kind of purpose. When you lose just about everything or something that's meaningful to you, you try and pick up the pieces as best you can, and that can be hard to do in a changing world, in a new environment, and it looks different for everyone. Or drink. I know a lot that have turned to drink.
mm,
That would have been my guess.
yeah. Gek,
Or a
have any
grudge.
spirits? You have any
Grudge
spirits
of
on
work.
you?
Not the Saki. Because if he sees the light and he goes into the light, Mr.
Might not come back.
said,
Genka.
don't go into the light. So, Mingo. Mango. Yeah, Mango, that's his name.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Mr. Mango says that you shouldn't go into the light. So I feel like we almost lost Rune to it. I don't want to lose him to it. So very persuasive.
He's probably just too in shock to hear me, but I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and tell him I've lost much and I'm sorry. But in this unknown world and in this new time, we are here for you, and that's a start. And can never replace what you have lost, but while you may not have anyone anymore, we are here for you. And we won't let you go. And you can rely on that. There's not really much else I can say other than we're here. And I'm going to give you some space if that's what you want.
Well, you need to think.
There's
Yes.
spirits in the cart. If that is your cup of tea.
Not right now.
Nice.
I think it's best if we get me to a town. I can get some news there. Maybe find out if any of the lines survived.
We can do that.
So
It sounds
much
like
to think about.
that man that we were speaking to, the man that told you about what happened to your people, his boss has taken a great interest in your civilization and in your great city. I'm not saying that that is where we should start, but I'm saying that if there is anyone who knows of what has come to be, it is likely them. Usually when folks take interest in these endeavors and these searches, they learn all they can about what was and what is and what remains.
So, the people who know most about the greatest dwarven hall ever built is a group of lonely bandits.
I'm saying that that's my best lead right now. I haven't been to any town nearby, and I've only met a couple dwarfs. So until I learn more about how history has been recorded in these parts, yes.
Just his knuckles are just white.
Yeah.
Shrug, man. Like, I'm sorry, dude.
We need to get to town. I need to
There's
find
one
out
nearby.
where.
Speaking of which,
I can't
real quick,
walk
one
very
last thing.
far. Can you please get me to town?
Look at that. I'm going to point at the wicker circle thing. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea what that is, but I'm pretty sure I know what that is. And he points to the creepy pillar. The creepy pillars. The creeping pillar, you could even say.
Hey.
Did you slay the witch in her hut?
No. I slew the witch where you found me. If she was in fact slain. Again, she attacked with a big magical explosion. A crushed artifact. Everything goes bright and hot. And then I fall asleep. I hope she's dead. Someone told me she was dead. One of you told me she was dead.
Maybe the druid.
No, she had a hut. This pond was much bigger. And the forest looked different here. That means that it has sunken into the ground, or someone cut off the top and put it in there, which I find unlikely.
If we had the right equipment, we could dig it up, to be sure, but I doubt that's a memory that needs dug.
There could be all sorts of things in that mud. I wasn't in their house for long.
I doubt we have the means to breach that mud at this point in time, but perhaps in time. Not anything we need to think about right now. Please rest, and we will take you to the nearest town. I ask that you stick with us. I'm not saying you need our protection, but we want to ensure that you are not taken advantage of and that you are not separated in unknown territory.
If you can get me to town safely, it will be much appreciated. And if the lines have survived and I get to talk to someone of importance, I will mention about your help.
We have a deal.
I'm going to think a while, unless you have any more information.
Oh, nope. I'm just going to walk away and go hang out with the guys.
Anything else anybody wants to say to Thorgar Ironhelm at present? No from Rune.
I'll just mention him because I think when we met him and he first mentioned Kazadkar, I did like a history roll and like I had heard of it. I don't know how much I actually knew about it, but I just mentioned to him that
You basically
have...
read the annals of the fall of Kaznakar.
Damn.
Okay, so I will just kind of gently let him know that I may know a little bit more about what happened, and if and when he's ready to talk about it, he's welcome to approach me.
Okay. Good. Just because of time's sake, I'll probably leave that for another sesh.
For sure.
So, anything from you, Gek, you wanted to do with Thorgar at this point?
Nope.
Okay. So, you process the boar. You got like almost everything on the cart at this point, and I'm assuming you just put it in the big open cage area. Hang in like a meat locker. Correct me if I'm wrong there. The only real things in this area left to mess around with, if you want to, would be continuing to play with local animals of all types, poking the strange wicker-looking nest majigger, or, as you mentioned, poking the crawling tip of the building. Is there anything else you guys want to do this session? Do you want to call it here? How y'all doing?
I think you're muted, Jessica.
Yeah, I think it's a good place to call it. As far as things I want to poke here, nothing while we have such an obvious beacon calling everything in the world over to this area. I would like to come back with the proper means to like dig this witch hut up and see what the hell is still there. Maybe with Thor Irongar. Actually only with Thor Irongar. I think that could be a really neat find. Maybe we'll find some stuff. Maybe some closure for him and maybe some new leads.
How about you, Shuck? Anything you want to do? Anything you want to poke before the end of the night?
No, not before we end.
Okay. J. Crew, anything you want to poke?
Nope.
Aludriea, anything you want to poke?
Nah, I see we get on the road, get moving, maybe come up with which route we want to go, through the woods, or if we want to find the road, take the safer path and go from there. That could be a good place to call it.
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
I think the road is potentially the less safe path, and they say that, like, if you stay on the road, you're like to run into bandits and stuff.
They definitely mentioned, Sopa mentioned that, you'll definitely find the town on the road because the road goes through the town, but you should not travel that road without keeping your eyes open because it's a trade road and people take advantage, beasts take advantage, even dragons take advantage. There's dangers in the forest, including the danger of getting lost or, breaking your equipment or yada, yada, yada. It's just dangers either way.
What flavor of encounters do we want to go
Do
for?
you want trouble on the road or trouble in the woods, basically?
I'm interested in some trouble on the road for once.
Yeah, it could be a nice change of pace.
They said they stick to 5 or more on the road, and we've got 7 now? 8, I think. 3 NPCs. No, 4 NPCs?
You've got a decent crowd for sure.
Thor.
I mean, also just our
and
creature that's pulling.
Between Rune's map and your kind of mental keeping note, Shaska, you'd know if you're heading to the road, if you basically go due west, you're going to hit the road. The only question is Nova to the north or south once you hit it? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Nice.
It's hard to tell.
To the road, find a traveler.
Exactly. Like it could be dead west, could be a little north, a little south.
And I think that's the point too, right?
Mhm.
Because there's no way of knowing, just some fun speculation.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, well, I say we go like, what would that be? Southwest? No.
That would give you a higher chance of getting it if you went southwest and then went north on the road.
Mm-hmm.
That would pretty much guarantee you found it. It just might be a little bit of extra time.
Yeah, maybe we can decide that next session.
Yep.
Sure.
All right. Well, it sounds like everybody has had their fill of the boar wallows for one day. So let's call it here. Righty.
Woo!
I was hoping you guys would poke the wicker thing, but that's fine.
Maybe we'll come back to it whenever.
Could be a fun cliffhanger, just saying.
All right, Shaska jumps through it real quick. Oh, fuck.
You want to? I'll do it.
What?
Does anyone want to poke their heads in the wicker thing before we call the night?
Man, would you guys be mad if I did?
It won't.
Huh?
It won't kill you immediately.
Would you guys be mad if I did?
I wouldn't. I'm really curious about it.
Dude, I gotta throw my head in it, man.
I think it would be really neat if you.
I'm just like, one last thing, guys. I just like pop my head through this thing. So I gotta know.
Always going for it. There you go.
So,
from the outside in, I kind of like poke my head through and see what's going on.
Let me grab Shaska.
Get it, boy.
So, like, give me some cliffhanger here. So again, describing it, it's this 5-foot wide empty circle with this branching outward wicker style nest. There's obviously like a mud trail leading up to it, but on the other side, it's just clear grass. So it looks like things go through it and somewhere else.
Yep, the mud trail.
Yes. Shaska, you want to poke your head in, just your head and like not go in per se, but just your head in, correct?
Hey,
Yeah, if anything happens.
do you want me to tie a rope to you before you do that?
You probably should. Yeah, tie a rope to me, just in case. Because if nothing happens when I poke my head through, I'll put my body through.
Cool. You know, you're really coming into your own here.
Okay. So,
I hope those are our last words.
I suspect no one will be able to see anything except for Shashka and the stream when I do this.
This is gonna be so good. Meanwhile, over here, Stetcha just sees me wrapping you up with rope.
Oh no!
He consented. Okay.
I'll just be like, "Help! He's got me."
So Shaska, I want you to roll me a dex save with advantage, or acrobatics with advantage.
Cool. It's 23.
Holy shit!
You're fine. So you put your head in and you keep putting it in until you see something. The point at which you get to see something, your body goes like farther through than you think it should, if that makes sense. Like your hands have to like kind of creep in as well. And when you get through, your fingers kind of sink into this gooey mud. And before you is this downward slope of mud. It's like a mudslide going down into this kind of cave system.
Shit.
That is the peak that you get for the cliffhanger. Shaska pokes in, and you see this basically mudslide farther than you can see in the darkness.
Can't wait to tell Thorgar.
My guy.
That'll be the little teaser. That
Cool.
works for me. I can sleep now. Alrighty. Thank you. Let's
gotta
say
get rid of all these
things.
birds.
All right.
Nah, dude.
So,
to win it.
thank you, anyone and everyone, for tuning in to Bane of the Ancients DnD, Season 7, Session 9. I was Gats. Thank you for tuning in and listening to our silly willies. If you want to check us out in the future, check the description. Should have a Google Doc with our upcoming streaming schedule. And of course, past videos are on YouTube, and hopefully we'll get Twitch fixed soon. Who knows? And who was I playing with tonight?
Hello, everyone. I go by Aludriea Luna. I was playing Rune, the It. The Thing.
Well, the Thing Wrangler, but...
The Thing Wrangler.
I was playing Belenos, Astral Elf, Cleric.
Awesome, thank you.
I'm J. Crew. I was playing Half Drow Warlock Gek. Or is it Gek?
2 hands playing 2-face. Yanti. Kensai dude. He's a paladin, he just doesn't know it yet.
That would be really cool.
I thought about. Anyways, thanks for having us.
Thank you. Remind me to update your token with the rest of the art sometime. I always forget I haven't done that yet.